Hey, y'all, happy Tuesday. Guess who's gracing us with her presence today? Mary Berry.
Mary
Say
Berry.
hi, Mary. Mary, you gotta say hey.
Sorry. Hey, I didn't want to interrupt you. You know, we were talking on the phone, and sometimes I'll interrupt you, and then I feel bad, so I didn't want to interrupt you. But hey, thank you for the invite, and hello to everyone in the chat. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. It's beautiful weather here. Beautiful.
That's good. Spring is slowly approaching,
Yes.
right? So that's good. It was hot here. It was hot, but I wore like a whole long sleeve, like terry type of outfit because when I go to work, it's like freezing. I'm like in a
No.
freezer.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
yeah. Hey y'all, we're happy to be here with you guys. If this is your first time here, welcome. This is Craftable Things, and I am Patrice, and I have my good friend Stir with me, Making with Marilyn, and Marilyn has her own YouTube channel. So if you have never seen Making with Marilyn before, check out her YouTube channel, Making with Marilyn. Go subscribe, turn on your notifications because she does all the things. Do you want to tell them what you do, Marilyn, or do you want me to?
I do embroidery, I do sewing, I do sublimation, I do a little bit of leather stuff, I do serging.
She said that.
I know I don't do serging. I do a lot of different things in the craft world. Yeah, I do a lot of things in the craft world. So
Lately, she's also been showing in Brilliance for digitizing. So if you are interested in learning how to digitize using Brilliance, definitely check out her channel. And she also has an Etsy shop, Marilyn's Merch.
rhinestones. I forgot rhinestones.
Rhymes, how could you forget that?
Of course, this is Patrice's design here. Isn't this cute?
She's one crafty chick.
Mm-hmm.
But she sells digital files in her Etsy shop. She sells digital rhinestone files, and she might be adding some embroidery rhinestone files too soon. So not embroidery rhinestone files, embroidery files, but you might have some embroidery and bling files too soon because you showed how to do that. So definitely check her out. I don't have a link listed below, but I will include a link below. So y'all saw that today we're going to try to make this, nice and swift. We're going to be looking at the Cricut Joy. I'm going to bring it up for a little bit. Now, let me just tell you guys, if you're on the Craftable Things Facebook page, last night I showed the Cricut Joy, and I was test cutting some flock settings because that's what I cut most with any of my cutters is rhinestone flock. And I was able to get a good cut with it, adjusting the pressure. But today, when I came home from work, I'm like, let me try it out. Marilyn, you know how, because when you want to go on live, like you don't want any drama. You want to make sure that you've done your due diligence. Don't want to waste anybody's time. Let me test it out and make sure it's still cutting good. Well, guess what, y'all? It was not still cutting good.
Drama anyway. We did some drama tonight.
It was not cutting good. It was not cutting good. So this is the new Cricut Joy 2. This is the original Cricut Joy. Now with the original Cricut Joy, I've cut rhinestone flock with the original Cricut Joy. I don't think I've cut any of the blue flock ever with this one, only the pink flock. That's how far we go back, okay? With this one, I've only been cutting the blue flock, and the blue flock, also to clear things up, I know that the rhinestone world has blue flock. They call it magic flock. I am not using magic flock. This is a flock that you can get off of Amazon. Okay, this is not the same type of. It's flock, but it's not the same material, like the adhesive and all of that, as the rhinestone world's magic flock. Okay, just so that you know that. But that's what we're gonna do. So we are going to make a decal. Some of y'all might remember. A few years ago, I made my Leo decal for my car, and that lasted for a long time. So tonight we're just going to be making a little daisy. I do have a link listed below in the description to the daisy file that I'll be using from Creative Fabrica. You can use whatever daisy file you want, but I'll be showing you guys how you can make your own decal using something like this from off of Creative Fabrica or something else. I also have HTV and Bling Anything, but I really just think we're going to be using Bling Anything. Okay. So this is HTV. This is all, I got this from the Rhinestone World, maybe about 4 or 5 years. It had to be like 5 years ago, about 5 years ago. And I really haven't been using it much unless I do need a new Leo decal. I do need a new Leo decal, but I kind of felt like people wouldn't want to see another Leo decal. That's why we're doing a daisy here.
Well, the daisies look cute in that file, so it's going to be gorgeous. But can you explain the difference between HTV Anything and Bling Anything?
All right, so HTV Anything, they kind of look similar, but one is more cream color, which the Bling Anything is a little more cream color. You'll see the difference. But I would recommend keeping it labeled. So HTV Anything, this is for you. You can put HTV onto this. Like you can press HTV onto it, put Bling or whatever else you may have onto this. Now I've used sublimation, like I had like this sublimation heat transfer type of material, and I was able to put that on there. I had some sublimation like flock material that I subbed onto that, and I was able to press that onto here too. So this
So it turns your HTV or whatever you're using into a sticker.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And then Bling Anything is not really for HTV. It's really just for your rhinestones. That's what that.
You think it's thicker? Is it a thicker thing to hold those rhinestones, or I wonder what the difference is. I have Bling Anything, so I'm gonna have to dig it out. I'm gonna have to find it. I haven't used it for a long time.
So this is the Bling Anything. It is a little bit thicker, but you can press your rhinestones on top of it, and your rhinestones do last. So I had it on my other car for maybe 2 years, and it did not, none of the stones fell off. It was sparkly and everything. But for that one, I did sublimation and bling, and the sublimation, I forgot which material I used. I'll have to go back and look at that video. But the sublimation did start to fade because it was in the sun. You know how that sun beams down, but that bling was still blinging. Is that Elena?
Yes, I was waiting for a little break to let you know who has come back.
Elena, hey girl.
So good to see you.
Yep. Uh-oh, I gotta turn that heat press back on. But hey, Elena. So yeah, y'all, I didn't even say hey to everybody. I'm gonna remove the machines off of the screen, but that's what, now already like this particular blade, it's a little bit different how that housing is. Like you can't like kind of push it, right? And I wonder if I could use this blade with this one. I don't know. I don't want to try it on camera with y'all. All right, see, I can kind of push it down and clean it. I can't really get to this, and that's what I don't know if that, I can't really push it down to clean it good. And I don't, like this comes up, but so
You don't want to void your warranty on a YouTube Live?
Exactly. Don't want to do that. Gotta do that, you know, on the low. Marilyn. But y'all see, like, you can't really push that out. Like, I don't know. So I don't know how that does. And then also the power supply. It's like huge for this material. It's huge. For this machine, it's huge. I don't know why they did it like that, but who am I? I don't know anything, do I? I'm just trying to see if it's gonna go. So we're gonna go on, and if you want to make the file along with me, grab your laptop and grab the design. It's in there. Marilyn's gonna be over there. Look at Marilyn. Neither one of us have been using this Joy. When's the last time? When's the last time you used
I
it?
couldn't even tell you. I don't know. Long time. Long time.
This one, I think the last time I used this was during a craftability situation. So, hey Shanika, hey Kristen, hey Jessie. Let me say hey to y'all. I'm going from the bottom up. Sorry, y'all. Hey Nomi. Yeah, I don't know. Hey Miss Geneva, I don't think I really like it. Well, not that I don't like it. I love the color, but I just need to make sure that it's going to cut my flock. Like yesterday was okay. When I went to sleep, I had a good cut, and then today when I came home, the cut was trash. So I don't know. Oh, Kristen, what can you do? What did you see? Clean it? Let me know. Denzel, hey, on you. And Victoria's Creations. Dorica. Bonded Creations. Bonded Creations. Let me find out. You Leo. Hey, Leo, sis. Oh, Elena came out for this, Marilyn. We always want to see Leo everything. Yes. Yes. I gotta make a new decal, Elena, girl. I gotta make a decal because I can't be bringing out the old stuff for us Leos. Like these other signs been having me make them designs and stuff. Like, girl, it started out as a Leo thing. God, I gotta get my life together. I gotta get my life together. Oh, Miss Sharon Davenport, it was on the Facebook page. She said she couldn't find me last night. It was on the Facebook page. So on the Facebook page, I made this shirt on the I made this shirt and then I did an embroidery and bling that a social worker shirt. Remember when I did I'm dropping my stuff all over the place. So remember the other night I did the two-tone pink? Oh well, I designed it. Marilyn, where did I designed that on Patrice L. So on the Patrice L channel, we designed this social worker. Let me move this off of here. We designed this social worker file and then I did it in pinks, but then I did it in our school colors too for her. But I did that last night and blinked that out and I made this shirt and we played around. We did a lot of test cuts, Marilyn. A lot of test cuts.
You have cute school colors. So Sharon, I didn't know she was on either, and I'm gonna have to get more into Facebook and figure out when she's on. So we're gonna get that figured out.
Marilyn, it's all good, girl.
She called me and she's like, "Where were you?"
Oh, really? I did not. Why would you say that, Marilyn? You know I never say that.
No, she didn't. But we were talking and she said something. I was like, "Were you on Facebook today or tonight?" Yes. Like, oh my gosh, I got to get up with the times.
You know who was there? Jesse. A lot of people were there. Like, well, a lot of it was. Y'all know Facebook is not really my place. It wasn't a lot of people, but a lot of people. Even though it might be like 3 people, I still feel like that's a lot of people because that's more than nobody there. And made sure I knew that they were there. Brandy was there, and Brandy, yes, girl, all that drama from last night. Go back at square one. So we're gonna see. We'll see. Something's got to work out for us. Something's got to work out for us. If I missed you, I'm sorry. I can't scroll up, but I do want to say that I love all of you guys in the chat. Thank you guys so much. Oh, thank you guys so much for being here with us tonight. And I want to, before I even get started, I want you guys to please keep Elba in your prayers. You guys know that Elba is a big part of our crafting community. She's always in the chat, always talking. It feels like we've been through a lot with her, and she lost her husband. And I feel like this is like a family for me. Ask Marilyn, I'm like, I didn't really want to come on tonight, but we're here. Please keep her in your prayers. Our crafting community as a whole, has some of you guys have taken some major losses this year and last year. So please keep her in your prayers. Please continue, guys. I know I say this probably every other live, but our chat is pretty amazing. You guys are super supportive and loving and caring for one another, for us. And I don't even care if y'all are mean to me. The fact that you guys show so much concern and compassion, and y'all actually get together outside of the chat. You guys have made connections because of this chat that extend beyond YouTube, that extend beyond this crafting community that we have. And you guys are building relationships and friendships with each other, support systems. And that's huge when people are just trying to navigate life. So thank you guys so very much. Please remember to keep Elba in your prayers. Please remember to keep everybody. A lot of people have been going through different things lately. Mama Vi, keep her in your prayers. Renee, a lot of you guys have been going. And for some of our crafty friends who we've lost, keep their families in your prayers as well. All right? Love y'all. All right, y'all. We're going to get ready to get into the whole Marilyn, don't cry.
I'm not.
I saw your face. I saw your face. I saw your face. I did.
Oh, it is kind of red, isn't it?
Yeah, kinda. Uh-huh. It is. All right, so we're gonna get ready to go. I'm gonna be working inside the Silhouette Studio. The version of Silhouette Studio that I'll be using tonight is the business edition. If you want to be able to do rhinestones, then you want to make sure you have the business edition. I know you can do it with the designer edition, but just get the business edition. Right now, I think it's still $39.99. There may be a link listed below in the description to the business edition. I'm not 100% sure. I was kind of rushing, but that's what we're going to be using. Okay. And we will go inside a Cricut Design Space. But for those of you, Cricut Design Space does not have a rhinestone panel or doesn't have a rhinestone feature. However, can you create rhinestone designs inside a Cricut Design Space? You can. A long few years ago, I tried and I gave up because I didn't have time to be moving all those individual circles like that to create a complete design. But it can be done. It can absolutely be done. All right, so I'm going to share my screen. Let's bring us on here. And we're going to go into design. Marilyn's going to be folding. Look at her folding her fabric, y'all. She waited for me to get in here to fold.
I'm hoping you're going to send me this design since I'm not following along.
Of course I'll send.
Okay.
Why would you have to hope that, Marilyn? That. You should know. All right, I got to scroll all the way down so I can get caught up with the chat, y'all. I can scroll down. Lean, I'm not really sure, but we can check. She did put a post inside of my Facebook group. So we can definitely send her some love. Hey, Greg and Jennifer Ricci. Hey, Miss Lindor Crafting. All right, y'all. So we're inside of Silhouette Studio. I'm going to import or merge a file inside of here. So we're going to be making a daisy. All we're doing is creating a decal. Now the width of the machine or the cutting width for the Cricut Joy, I believe is like 4.5 inches wide. So let me make sure I have what we need. I think it's Daisy. This is the one we're going to be doing. Daisy. I'm going to be using Daisy 23. Okay. And right now, of course, this doesn't necessarily look like a design that we can, we could turn it into stones, but I'm going to make this about a little less than 4 inches wide. Okay. Just a little, maybe about 3.9. And I'm doing that because when we turn this into rhinestones, it's going to be a little bit wider, right? So just always know that when you're turning files into rhinestones, it's giving you, just the area here. But, uh-oh. Shay, thank you, Shay. We love you too, girl. Thank you so much. All right, so here we have our little flower. Let me try to make this a little bit bigger. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is right now, if we were to open up the rhinestone panel, we're going to have to do a little bit of work on this, okay? Now, when you're creating your decals, because I'm using the Bling Anything, I do want to create an offset around the daisy, just so that I can have a little extra space and that those rhinestones are not at the edge of the Bling Anything. So I just need a small little offset, okay? So here we have our daisy. If I turn this into rhinestones, I'm going to open up the rhinestone panel right now and I create, that's what that looks like. And then let's say if I change the space, this is the rhinestone spacing. If I change the rhinestone spacing to 0.015, what will that look like? It looks okay, right? But not what I really want. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to remove the rhinestone effect. Miss Merlinda has been a member for 51 months. Thank you, Miss Merlinda. She's been for 51 months. That's a long time. All right, so we're going to break this down, okay? So what I'm going to do is I am going to release the compound path. Now, when you're releasing the compound path, I know we talk a lot about making something into a compound path and making something into a compound path. I always tell everybody it's like it becomes, you're getting married. The two shall become one. right? So even though you see two things, it's not really two things, it's one, because in the eyesight of God, it's one, right? So that's what you got to kind of look at. That's what your design software sees. So when you make something to compound path and you put it in your design software, even though you see 1,000 rhinestones, your design software only sees one. Okay, that's what making it into a compound path. Now releasing the compound path, that's when you get a divorce, right? So everything's gonna break up. All right, everything everything breaks up. It goes back to normal, and sometimes it doesn't go back to normal because you're gonna have to fix a lot of different things because it's just, y'all know what happens after a divorce. I'm just letting y'all know. All right, so we're going to release the compound path, right? So if I click onto the daisy and I right click, we have the option to release the compound path right here. Now, if you open up the modify panel, and I'm just going to undock this. If you open up the modify panel, you can also release the compound path here as well, right? You have detached lines, release, or make, right? So we can release it from here too. I usually am a right clicker, and I'm going to right click and right click until I can't right click anymore. All right, so that's what we're going to be doing. So I'm going to right click and we're going to select release compound path. Now, what I want you guys to see, you see how these are all like there's nothing in the inside, but they're closed off. When we release the compound path, that's going to end up filling in. Okay, that's going to fill in. Anything that's open is going to fill in. When you release a compound path, you have to have closed lines. So let's say if I had a break in this line right here, this area right here, nothing will be released. So I'm going to make a copy just to show you guys that, because you may come up with that. Okay. And I'm going to just get my eraser tool and I'm just going to puncture a little opening right here, right there. So you guys can see what that looks like. Okay. So if I click here and I do right click and I select release compound path, that's what happens. If you notice, there are several boxes. You see these little bounding boxes around? There's several bounding boxes around all of those parts. There's even a bounding box right here in the center that you can't see. Okay, there's a bounding box right there in the center that you can't see because it's black. All right, now remember how I said if you have something and you have a little opening, and this is just so that you can understand like what the compound path does and what it cannot do. So if we have an opening here, let's see what happens. It's going to close all of that up, kind of like how I did this, but because that's opened, it's not going to fill that in. So if you go to right click, release compound path, you'll see how this one little piece right here was left open. All right. If you ever get a situation like this, you can close this up using your editing points, or you can just draw a little, you can draw it and close it up that way. All right. But that's the difference. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and delete that. It has to be a close. It has to be closed off. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is, because I do like to make copies, I'm not going to worry about making a copy right now, though. If I move this out of the way, you guys will see all of those parts. So you'll see all of the different parts of that compound path, right? So I'm just going to undo it. And well, I'm going to leave this over here on this side because I don't, I want to fix this up. So I'm going to change these petals to a different color. So I'm just holding down my shift key and getting all of those petals. We're going to turn our petals to, let's turn it to this yellow. That yellow. Maybe I'll like a little bit darker yellow. All right, so we're going to turn it into almost like a little orange, right? Hey, Dr. Johnson. Know me, girl. All right, so we're going to leave. Let's turn this brown just so that I can see it. All right, I need to be able to see it. We can turn it that brown, that shade of brown. All right, so if I move this back over here, that's what we have. Okay. And that was just from releasing the compound path. I'm going to move it up some. All right. The next thing I'm going to do is I want to create an offset around this black layer, right? I'm going to create an offset around it because that offset is actually going to be what I'm going to use to cut my Bling Anything. Okay. So I only have the black selected. If I move it and see if I move this here, it's just the black. I only have the black selected, but I'm going to leave this here. I am going to use this as an outline. You don't have to use this as an outline. Matter of fact, you can use this black layer as your cut. right? You don't have to have an outline, but I want an outline because y'all know what I like. Y'all know that I like outlines and such. All right, so we're going to leave this just like this. I'm going to head over to the right. We're going to open up our offset panel. And the offset panel is like 2 stars. It's like an offset of a star, too. Let me see. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I may or may not see it. I will. But we're going to create an offset around the flower, right? And remember, this is just for us to cut that bling anything. So I'm going to select offset, and the default offset is 0.125. I may bring this in. You know what? I'm not going to bring it in. I'm going to leave it at a 0.125 offset. Okay, we're going to leave it at a 0.125 offset just because we're going to have the rhinestones. Like we don't want it to go over beyond it. So let me go ahead. I'm going to turn this. Let's make this green. Okay, so we're going to turn that green. I'm going to remove that little outline. All right, so the next thing we're ready to do is we're ready to turn this into stones. All right, now this part right here, I'm going to turn the black into, and I only have the black selected. If you want to be certain that you only grab a certain color, you can open up your select by color panel. Okay, and with the select by color panel, come on. If I select by fill, all of the colors on our canvas will show. Okay, so I don't need to do anything with the green. The green is already ready. I can even move that green out of the way. You okay, Mary Bear?
Yeah, I just had a cough.
Okay, I can actually move the green out of the way because it's done. Okay, so I can move this. I can even move it over here on the side. All right, so let's go ahead and get ready to turn this into the stones. Let's say we select just that black. I'm going to head back to the rhinestone panel, and all I want to do with that black is create an outline or an edge around the black. All right, so let's go ahead and select edge, and as you guys see, it went around. Looks really good, right? It looks really good. Now for this one, usually I have to do an internal offset so that we don't have overlapping rhinestones, and I'm going to show you guys what that looks like and why we will do that. Okay, but I do have my spacing at 0.015. Spacing is a matter of preference. So if I do 0.020, that would add a little bit of space in between the rhinestones. Y'all saw how that adjusted? That added a little bit of space in between the rhinestones. Okay, I'm going to go back to the default is 0.039. That's what we started out with. Sorry guys, I usually have my phone on silent, but not today. All right, so we're going to, that's at 0.039. We're going to change this to 0.015. All right, let me add, I gotta put this on the charger because I can hear it acting up already. All right, sorry guys. All right, so I'm gonna go with 0.015, but of course that's a matter of preference. If you wanted to follow along, please remember there is a link inside of or in the description that you can get this file from Creative Fabrica. It's not a free file, so if you have a Creative Fabrica membership, you can download it. If not, I don't know what it costs on Creative Fabrica. Marilyn, how much do these files cost these days on Creative Fabrica?
I don't know. I've always wondered that myself because I never see how much they are.
Yeah, I don't even know how much they cost. Hey, Bonetta and Anna and Kevin.
Hey, everyone.
Miss Evelyn Warner, Sylvia Jenkins. All right, so we're looking good, right? So the next thing we need to do is we need to turn our petals into stones. Now, I didn't group these together, and I should. But let's say if you wanted to do something where you wanted like every other petal to be a different color, you could do something like that. So let's say if you wanted, every other petal, you could change it up, right? And then you would just have rhinestones, different colors in those areas. I'm going to do them all one color. But, if that's something that you want to do, you can totally do that. All right, so I'm just going to select these petals. I'm holding down my shift key and I'm selecting all of them. And then I'm just going to right click and group it. Now I can make it into a compound path, but for now I'm just going to group them together just in case I might decide I want to change change the color of a few of the petals. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and do a fill. Now I'm going to use the radial fill, and I'll show you guys the difference between what the radial fill will look like and what the linear fill will look like. Right? So let's start with the linear fill. So this is what the linear fill will look like for this design. This is what the radial fill will look like. So it kind of fills it up a little bit more. But if you guys notice, we have a lot of rhinestones overlapping a little bit, right? Y'all see those rhinestones overlapping the black. Now, y'all know I don't have an issue with the rhinestones touching the black, but for anybody who's doing rhinestone designs and you maybe want to sell your rhinestone designs, you don't want, even if it's a different color, you don't want them to touch, because if somebody purchases them and they have a cams machine, that's the rhinestone setter machine, and they're placing the rhinestones and they're not necessarily brushing them in, then you do want to make sure that they're not even touching. They can be super duper close, like very, very close, but you just don't want them touching each other, okay? So this is touching, so I'm going to have to fix that because I don't necessarily want it to look like that, right? So I'm going to revert this back to regular. I'm going to maybe make this a little bit smaller. And I already did this, y'all. I actually already have one cut out, but we're going to cut this out with the machine together. All right, so I'm going to move this over. We're going to make a copy. To make that copy, all I did was select the entire image, hold down my Alt key because I'm using a PC, and dragged over. If you're using a Mac, you want to hold down your Option key. All right, so here we have our flower. So I'm going to just click here. We're going to head back to our offset panel. And before we created an offset, right? We created an offset to go around it when we created the Bling Anything portion. But now we're going to create an internal offset because we need to create something internally. If we create an offset, it'll kind of interfere and overlap with those around the edge as well. So let's select internal offset. And the default is set at 0.125, but that's going to be too big of an offset. And y'all know I don't like space in between my colored layers. Y'all know I like for it to be very close. Hey, Retired Crafter and Connie and Miss Diane. Hey, Miss Ruji. All right, so once I do that, I'm not going to click out of here. I'm going to just go ahead, right click, and I'm going to group that together. If you guys notice, once I right click to group, you'll see all of those bounding boxes around all of those smaller pieces on the inside. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to group that together. Okay. But I still feel like that. I'm going to undo. Well, let me select here, because I still think that it's too much space. We're going to do it again. Let's do internal offset. I'm going to change the distance to let's see if 0.1, maybe I want to do 0.008. Now, generally, I would suggest using a 0.125, but because there's already a little bit of space here, we don't need to do such a large offset or internal offset. So I'm going to group this together. Now let's move this out of the way and see how that's going to look once we do that. I'm going to change that color. If I open up the fill panel, I was going to show y'all the other way, but I'm going to open up the fill panel. If I select the little eyedropper tool, I can go ahead and change that to the same color that I had it before. And we're going to remove that outline. I'm going to close this because I got too many panels open. Probably Marilyn's like, Patrice, I can't take all those panels being open.
Have you seen my desktop? It's better now, but that's how I work too.
Yes, sometimes you just got to be all over the place sometimes. All right, so now we're going to get here. We're going to select that radial fill again, and we're going to see how this fills in. Now that fills in okay, but I still want it to be a little bit like that's not what I love, right? Y'all know that I like for it to be, I don't want any of that space in between, but you may like space in between yours. It's a matter of preference, right? It's a matter of preference. So I'm going to delete that because I need to add a little maybe we need to go with like a point. That was what I did, Marilyn, 0.8.
So 8 or 0.8 or whatever it was. Yeah. There was an 8 in it.
Yeah, I think it was 0.08. So let's go with a 0.05. Let's see what that does. We're going to do apply. I'm going to do the same thing, right click, group, and then we're going to move this out of the way. All right, so if we do that, I'm just gonna click there. We're going to change that color back. I'm gonna use the eyedropper tool over here, but just know that that still looks kind of too much. Let's see. All right, not bad. I can deal with this one. I can deal with this one. I mean, I do like it even more than that, but I think that's fine. What do you think, Mia Bear?
I think it's fine.
I think it's fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. We're fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. All right. So now once I select this circle, I can either turn it into a circle just like this, right? Or I can do something a little bit different. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna create another internal offset of that circle, but I may leave that at the 0.05. All right, we're gonna select apply, and then I'm gonna move that out of the way. And I'm gonna show you guys why I wanna do it. I didn't do it with the one I did earlier, but I wanted to, but I didn't. All right, so now we have our daisy. I'm gonna turn this into bling. Oh, I probably should have did even less, because what I want to do is I want to place a row of rhinestones around there of the black ones.
That'll kind of tie it together.
Yeah, just to make it, look a little bit, give it a little bit of pizzazz. All right, so we're looking good right there. This is our decal. So if I bring this over here, this is how this will sit on top of that decal sticker when we get ready to cut it. And that's going to be the Bling Anything, right? So the next thing I'm going to do is, now if you're like, you know what, I don't necessarily need all of that, and you just want to do like a small little, bling, whatever, you can turn that, you can do something like that and just have it like that, right? You don't even have to do all of that. Okay, you don't. So let me make this a little bit bigger. This could be all you do, and you'll be done with it. All right, I'm gonna move this over. Does anybody have any questions? Let me see what you guys said. We're done with that part. This is our bling decal.
Marlene said a funny.
What Marlene say?
She said that I should have asked you, do you like it? Right. Hey, Stephanie. So Marianne, yes, the Bling Anything can be cut on your Cricut. So you can probably use, like, I think I've used the iron-on setting. I've used the cardstock setting. With the new Cricut Joy, it's kind of like I try to use the cardstock setting. The cardstock setting in Cricut Joy has two passes. I can change it, but that's the preset settings for it. So are you talking about you cut the Bling Anything on your Cricut or the flop?
Bling Anything on a Cricut.
Oh, okay. You know what? I've only hand cut it.
Oh,
after
really?
Pressing things on, I go around and hand cut.
Yeah, no, I cut like this one right here that I showed. Like I cut this one with.
Oh, I never even thought of that. Okay.
Yeah, I cut it. You just gotta play around with the settings. Like I did. I think I did cardstock for this one, and it cut right through it. Like it cut right through, but it cut it. So. No. Hey, Jennifer Hancock. Yes, Gemma, this will be saved. Yes, it will be. It will be saved. No, Kevin, which part do you get stuck at? Where do you get stuck? Where do you get stuck, Kevin? Hey, Robinus. All right, y'all, let's get back started. All right, so now we're done with this, and so now I'm just going to clean this up a little bit. I can move the green over, and so I'm going to select all of our daisy, right? The next thing that you have to do is, when you're creating rhinestone files that you're going to be exporting outside of Silhouette Studio, you want to go ahead and release those rhinestones, okay? So I'm going to head back over to the rhinestone panel, and I'm going to select release rhinestones. But if you guys look right now, we have about 531 rhinestones. At this point, I usually delete stones, add stones, move them around. So sometimes the quantity of the rhinestones may change, but you have a general idea of how many stones you're going to need. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, click release rhinestones. I have everything selected. You'll see there's 3 bounding boxes. One, that's around the black outline. 2, that's around the yellow petals, and 3, that's around the center part of the flower. Marilyn, what's the center part of the flower called? I think I asked somebody that before and they did tell me.
I don't know, because the stamen, I think, is the, sometimes a flower will have a thing that comes up out of it. I don't know.
Because I think I asked before. Somebody told me and I forgot already. So we're going to select release rhinestones. Hey, Rachel. Thank you. Yes, please remember to hit the thumbs up.
The pistil.
It's, what is it? The
center of a flower, which contains the female reproductive parts, is called the pistil.
The pistil?
Mm-hmm.
What a name. Okay. She said bud. Shit, I don't even know. All right, y'all. So here we have our, I want to move that. So here we released those rhinestones. Now you guys see, yes, I released all the rhinestones. If this gives you anxiety, having all of these rhinestones in different colors released at the same time, don't do it. But I can assure you, this is the easiest way for us to get this done. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to just kind of increase the size of the screen so that we can see it a little better. And everything looks good. Even the spacing and the stones look good, but there are a few areas where I want to change, right? I'm just making sure that nothing. So when I click out of it, the only thing that I may want to do is I may want to bring down the outline in the petal, like make it more so in the petal a little bit more. So we're just going to bring it over. Now, if you're doing this, the best thing to do is to go ahead and maximize your screen so that you can see it a little bit more. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm just going to add petals where I can. And I like having everything released at the same time because that way I can kind of inch things over a little bit, right? I can kind of move it over a little bit if I need to. So that way it's not touching. You see how that worked? And then kind of do like the honeycomb. Marilyn, do you do like honeycomb, like a honeycomb fill sometimes, or you just go with the flow?
So when I'm trying to squeeze things in between, I like it to be between like a honeycomb would be.
Mm-hmm.
But doesn't Leonardo have a honeycomb fill?
It's not really called honeycomb. It's called, what is it called? It's not called honeycomb. I can't remember what it's called.
Well, whatever. I don't really like it.
I know. I know. I've been trying to like it, but I've tried since they first came out with it, but I think they still have a lot of work to do with it. Even like as far as like tracing, you can trace, but you know how when you're tracing here, you can kind of go back and forth and work on it. Mm-hmm. It's like you have that option to trace when you first import the file in. So when you first import the file in, it's not like you can kind of play around with it. Like if that's the only thing. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Shortcuts a lot. Solo. Yeah, kind of reminds me of that. So I'm just putting, this is what I want. I'm going to move those circles around a little bit more. And all I'm doing is creating duplicates by holding down the Alt key and dragging. Now I don't want these stones to touch, so I need to move them out of the way. So here I can kind of play around with this a little bit and move these inward a little bit so they're not touching. But I wouldn't have had to do so much work with this area if I would have if my offset would have been a little bit larger. But it's fine because it's not that many stones. You just don't want it to touch. This is what happens when you're an extra person. You just gotta do the most.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
You got to. You gotta do what makes you happy, you know? You gotta, if it makes you happy, why not? Why not move 2,000 rhinestones happy? So I'm going to kind of leave this just like this because I don't really have much wiggle room in this area to kind of, fix it. But of course, y'all see out here where I have like stones touching still. So I'm just going to like slightly move those out of the way a little bit. Shouldn't take that long. Now, this is just because I'm extra, right? But honestly, we could have just cut it the way that it was. It was fine how it was. It was fine. We didn't really even have to do all this stuff, but some people like more work. Some people want to create more work for themselves. And I'm some people. So, and I don't have my mouse, so we're gonna be swimming a little bit. But this is, this is just part of rhinestone designing. Just moving stones. And I generally find this relaxing, but when I'm on live, I feel like pressure to just be done. What about you, Marilyn?
Yeah, I feel that same way. But I'm sitting here and I don't feel any pressure for you at all.
Really?
I think we put that on ourselves. Yes.
I think we do. So if you guys want, I will probably put this in a Google Drive for a little bit. And I'm sorry it has to be a little bit of time because y'all, my Google Drive is to the max. Okay? Like, and I can't keep stuff in there for too long. Like I have to delete it.
That's how mine is, or I'm gonna have to spend more money for more.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that.
Like it's a lot. So I'm just gonna bring this down here. I can move it over a little bit. And see, now I done took it too far down, Marilyn. Now I want to go all the way down to the crystal.
I knew that was coming.
This is just a part of you guys will see when I make the screen smaller, you guys will see like, okay, wow, yeah, that does make a difference. That does make a difference. If I had my mouse, I'll be able to do it a lot quicker. It's just that Silhouette Studio is kind of a little bit shaky. And not in a bad way, but it just works better with my mouse. And so I'm not going too far over because I still want that petal to look like a petal. Like I don't want it to lose its shape. Marilyn, I got up so early this morning, girl.
Yeah, I'm surprised you went to bed.
Because I actually did get a few hours of sleep. I did. Like maybe 2 or 3 hours of sleep. That's good. Girl, you don't need that much time to be sleeping. You do not need that much time to be asleep. I woke up refreshed and rejuvenated. All right, yo, we got a little bit more to go. But I just got to make sure that these are not touching. And we have a little bit of space there. I saw Miss Gail and Miss Lena and Keisha were on so.
Oh, they were late.
I saw them, but I was like, I need to like go to sleep. So I turned them on. Usually when they're on like that, I turn them on and I just turn over so I'm not facing the computer or the TV, and I just let it play. Because now the only thing with me doing it like this, like I'm gonna have to make sure I line this up exactly how it's supposed to be lined up. All right, I think, oh wait, there's some petals that I want to look at too, y'all. Uh-oh, I didn't mean to grab that. There's some petals that I want to grab. Are you done cutting, folding your fabric?
Almost. I can stop anytime, but I am so glad to be able to do this while you're working and I'm working, because I wouldn't do it otherwise probably.
Exactly.
That's here for a week and a half before I got it done.
Yep. That's even like on Sundays. Like that's why I like going on, because it's like some things that I need to get done that I'm not gonna get it done because there's always something else more important that I need to do, and it doesn't get done. That's my only thing. Like it's always something. So it's all good. It's all good. All right, y'all. We're almost done with this. It didn't take that long. And we're gonna attempt to cut it with the Cricut Joy. And when I say attempt, I mean attempt. Okay, so just know that it may not happen the way we want it to.
Okay, Patrice, you don't need to make me big because I can hold this really close. But can you see what that is?
And I can't see. I need to make you big. I can't see. Oh, those are so cute.
Isn't that cute?
Mm.
Yes.
I love it.
I knew you would since you love butterflies.
I love butterflies. I love it.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Bobby. Yes. Okay. All right. So this is looking good. Very, I'm kind of happy with it. Actually, oh, look at the difference, y'all. Look at the difference that made. We didn't even spend that much time doing it. Like a huge difference. I need to turn on the heat press. I'm gonna have to my power breaker. I need to do something with it. All right, now the only other thing that I might do, and this is just because this is like what I do when I'm designing. I don't like a lot of space like that, so I will see like can you fit a rhinestone there? Like what will it take to fit a rhinestone there to fill that space, right? And sometimes I end up creating even more space that I need to, put a whole nother rhinestone there, like an extra rhinestone. But we're just gonna go with it like this. See, like right here. This mouse pad is so sensitive. Those butterflies are so cute on that fabric.
I think so too.
And all we're doing is adding a few little stones just to fill it in a little bit more. I'm not gonna get too crazy with it, but we're basically done. And to be honest, you don't have to do all of this, y'all. This is like a stress reliever for me. So,
but if all those petals are the same size, you could fix one and copy and paste.
Yep, that's true. That's all you have to do. Copy and paste and rotate it to fit. Marilyn, good observation, girl, and good suggestion. Why are you laughing when I'm being serious?
I'm thinking Patrice is probably thinking, Marilyn, keep your big trap shut.
No, I'm not. Listen, that's a shortcut. I use shortcuts all the time. I don't always remember to show shortcuts, but I use them all the time.
Kind of like with your embroidery, when you have letters and you go over to a different file and you find your letter and bring it over. Yeah.
Listen, you don't have to, because sometimes like if you find shortcuts, like this won't seem burdensome.
Hey, also, that's a good idea, Evelyn. Also, something that I learned, and I know Patrice probably wouldn't even talk about this. Something that I learned is because Patrice has a newly designed website. If you signed up for her newsletter before, I don't know, a couple months ago, you might go in and just re-sign up, because with the migration to her new website design, you may not be getting her newsletter.
Oh.
Go check it out. And then I signed up for the blog posts to get notification about the blog posts.
Yes, ma'am.
So yeah, go to craftable.things.com, sign up for the newsletter, and sign up for the blog posts.
Thank you, Marilyn. I never talk about it. That's what friends are for. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Marilyn's like, I'm going to tell them about your blog post. I'm going to tell them, even if you don't. I love you, Marilyn.
Yeah, I didn't even talk to her about it. I didn't ask her. I was just like, I'm going to do this.
I told y'all she's bossy. She don't play. I'm trying to tell y'all. Nobody wants to believe me. All right. Guess what, y'all? We're done.
Woo-hoo.
We're done with our little daisy. And I'm going to head back over to the right. Now, the next thing that we have to do is we need to bring everything back together, because remember, we released all of these stones are released, right? So we need to bring those back together, because it might be very difficult to try to pick all the yellow dots and take up too much time. So we're going to open the select by color panel again, and we're going to go to by fill. Okay, if you do by line, that's if the outline or the stroke is a different color or a certain color, but we want to go by the fill color. Okay. Hey, Lashunda, thank you. If you guys signed up for the newsletter, I think the welcome newsletter had like a free file in it that just says lover. But this last week's newsletter had the lucky file. I saw somebody made it. It has the lucky file on it. So it's a free file, but it just says it's like 3 different versions of kind of the same font, but you got to scatter, you got to outline, you got to fill. But it says lucky, so you should get that too. If you don't get that one, let me know and I'll probably try to resend it out. But yeah. All right. Oh, Kiana. Look, Marilyn.
Just narrated.
So
that's so sweet.
She is dope, but she's a hot mess, Kiana. Let me just tell you. Because
they don't believe you.
Yes, they do. They do. All right, y'all. So I selected the black, and if you notice, it has an outline around all the blacks. Now, when you use select by color, remember we have some of these colors on the page already, but if you notice, it only selected the black colors, the black circles on the canvas. Okay. If I didn't have only shapes on media selected here, and I went to do here, it selected all of the black on the entire screen, right? We don't really want that. Okay, so I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to select only shapes on media. We're going to select the black, and now we have all of those black circles selected. This part is very important when you're doing rhinestones. You want to go ahead, you want to group that. You want to group it, and then you want to make that into a compound path. Remember how I said now it becomes one. You see how the stones change colors? We're just going to go back and make it black. Okay, and I'm going to remove that outline. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to grab the golds. Welcome, Terry Hunt. Thank you for being a member. Thank you. All right, so all of the gold color, wait, y'all, hold on. Let me do an undo, because if you guys look here where we have like this hole, that should not be there. So what I think happened right there is I have overlapping rhinestones. Like I made double copies. All right. So I do like when things like this happen so that you can see like why it happened. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to undo that. And that was undo the color. Y'all see how there's an outline there of the circle? I don't want to make the screen bigger, because if I make the screen bigger, then that's another undo step. So I'm going to undo it. Now I just got to remember where those stones are. All right, let's undo. All right, so we're going to, I went all the way back to before we grouped it together. All right, so let's go ahead and make this bigger. Now, if I remember correctly, I think there's 2 stones there. Nope, it's not there. Not that one. Maybe it's this one right here. So if I move that, y'all see how there were 2 stones, one on top of the other, that I couldn't tell. So when I was making the copies, I must have made a double copy of that stone. And so when it's on top like that and you have overlapping stones, when you make that into a compound path, it's almost like it's not there, but it is there. And when you go to cut it, it's going to cut twice. Okay, so you just want to go ahead and delete that. And then the other one might be here. Nope, it's not there. Where was that other one? Maybe it's right here. I'll see. So anytime that happens to you, just know that you probably have an overlapping rhinestone. Okay, so we're going to group this back together, but I want to show you what happens if you don't group it. Okay, so let's say I select here, and you know what? She's been talking about making compound paths. Why do I need to group it first? Like, what's the big deal about grouping it first? So if I go to right click and I just select make compound path without grouping, y'all see what happened to it? Hey, Dempsey Boo.
Hey, Demps.
Welcome, Brittany. Moving it outside of silhouette so that it doesn't come into Cricut as a billion images, a billion parts to your image. So you don't want to go ahead and make it into a compound path first. You want to make sure that you group it first. So I'm going to right click. I did undo. I'm going to right click. I'm going to group it together. Right. Once I group it together, then I'm going to make it into a compound path. So that means, before you get married, date a little bit, each other a little bit, make sure, it's what you want. And then you get married. Y'all saw how when we skipped the whole dating part, you just went straight into the marriage, and it was like, nope, that ain't happened. That ain't work out for us. All right, so we're going to do the same thing with the other colors. I'm going to right click, we're going to group, and then we're going to make that into a compound path. It changed the color, but it's fine. I'm just going to go ahead and change it back to that color. Now, what I did here is we have 3 different layers right here. Right? That's three different layers. I'm going to select that tan color. We're going to right click. I'm going to group it and then make it into a compound path. We're going to turn that back to that tan color. Now, the next thing we need to do is we need to save this, right? So I'm going to save all of this. So I'm going to save this even with the outline in the back. Okay? But you have to still remember, you need to make sure that when whatever software you open this in, it comes in at that size. Okay, so I'm going to select everything. And if you guys notice right now, it says that this is 4.147 inches wide by 4.531 inches high. All right, now you'll know I have all of this stuff on the screen, but I'm kind of lazy. I don't want to open up another screen just to save this onto another screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head up to File. We're going to select Save Selection. So because I have this selected, everything selected, I can do Save Selection, and it's only going to save that daisy. All right. So we're going to select Save to Hard Drive. And now it's time for us to name our file. So we're going to name this Crafty Daisy, and then I'm going to put SS10. We're going to make this an SS10 design, and we're going to do 4 point. Now I'm putting the size. So the size is 4.147 inches wide by 4.531 inches high. Okay.
And is the Cricut cut 4.5 inches wide? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think it's 4 and it's like 4.5.
Okay.
Or 4.25. Yeah, about 4.5. 4.5 inches wide. So this is good. It should be good. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to save this as an SVG, because right now this is being saved as a silhouette file. If you save it as a silhouette file, you can't open that up in Cricut Design Space. You can't open it up in Leonardo. You can't open it up in all the other software. So we need to save it as an SVG. That's why I use the Business Edition, okay, to be able to save it and export it out as an SVG. All right, so we're just going to click the drop down, and we're going to select SVG. And we're going to select, I'm going to put this in my documents though. And then we're going to select OK. And now that's saved. We're done inside of Silhouette Studio. Now we're going to head over to Cricut, because that's saved. If you have Leonardo, you can cut it with your Caesar Romeo or Juliet. I'm going to put, you know what? I need to send this to Marilyn. Hold on. Let me send this to Marilyn. Y'all, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Hold on.
Here's the only other 2 fabrics I wanted to show you.
Let's see.
Look at that one.
Oh, girl, that's
Little dragonfly or something. And then I like that.
You got some nice fabric, Marilyn.
Yeah.
You see her fabric? Let me see that other one. The other one, because I didn't see it close. No. The one is. Oh, that's so cute. Those are little fireflies. Or dragonflies. Fireflies or dragonflies?
Oh, they might be dragonflies. They're one of the 2.
So cute.
Thank you, the Creative Armoire. This is Patrice's design, and it should be on craftableThings.com and or her Etsy shop.
Thank you, Marilyn. I'm going to send you that file right now, girl.
Okay. Get the fabric.
And then I think while I'm here, I'm going to put it inside of a Google Drive. I'll put the Google Drive, put it inside of the chat, just in case anybody, I really want you guys to be following along with me. Okay, I want you guys to follow along with me. I want you guys to have silhouettes. I want you guys to learn how to do this, because I get so many people asking me to do custom designs, and I don't do custom designs. I show you guys how to do it because I want you guys to do it yourself, or call Laura Trevino.
Right.
Like, if you just can't do it, but I do want you guys to learn how to do it too. I hate when they ask me to put my password in. Like, y'all know this is my laptop. You know it's my laptop. Why do you ask me to put my password in? I literally was just in my email on this laptop. I'm over it. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take much making with Marilyn. Oh, hey, Marilyn. Let me put this on here. All right. So listen, y'all, we're going to attempt to cut this with the Joy. I'm going to do the Joy 2. And I took out the Joy 1, but Marilyn, I messed up one of my cutting mats with the Joy yesterday.
Oh, no.
I don't have extra. I have like one old one that I found. All right, what is this? What did I don't even remember what I named it.
Does the new one use the same mat as the old one?
Yeah.
Okay.
It does. Okay, there it is. Crafty Daisy. All right, I just sent it to you, Mary Bear. And then give me a second, y'all. I'm going to put this inside of the Google Drive, but it's only going to be in there probably until after, this live is done, only because I can't keep it there. So you can put this on like a patch. You can just press it onto a shirt. It doesn't have to be bling anything, but that's what, that's what we're doing tonight.
I got it.
Yay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you for hanging out with me.
You're welcome.
Because your girl's a hot mess sometimes. All right. The Joy Extra can also cut very well. I'm not getting a Joy Extra. The other designers can do their own thing. Thank you, Kristen. That's my Leo sister talking for me right there. That's what I like. Yes. I think next time we're just going to, you know what? I'm going to have to do a Gemini decal for Marilyn, because I don't know how we're twins. One Leo and one Gemini. That's a little weird.
I'm not Gemini.
What are you? Taurus. You're a Taurus.
Yes.
You're not Gemini.
Yes.
Sometimes you remind me of a Gemini, though.
I'm not sure what that means.
Sometimes she reminds me.
I'm not sure what that means.
Sometimes. Now, Marilyn's
is that a birthday?
No, it's the end of May, beginning of June.
So that's my sister. She's a Gemini. I think I know what you mean now.
Now you understand, huh? You understand. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this. It's almost ready, y'all. I'm so sorry. But I had to do the share, do a share thing so I could share it in the thing. And if you want to cut it, this shouldn't take long to cut. So let me put it in the YouTube chat. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't have to do this, but I gotta do it. Beverly Smith says she's a Gemini. Kevin's a Taurus. Lisa said that her twin daughters are Geminis. Kristen, sweet one moment, spicy the next. Girl, yes. I
understand what you were talking about.
Yes, sweet one moment, and honey, she's spicy. Let me make sure my sound is down. Okay, hold on, y'all. The one thing that the Cricut Joy 2 has going for them is that it's so cute. The color is so cute. All right, okay, here. I'm putting it in the chat, y'all. I'm going to try to pin it. And then you can download the file if you want to make a little daisy. You may want to, you may not want to, but if you want to, you got that option.
Patrice Evelyn said Marilyn is not. Y'all stop messing with Marilyn.
Miss Evelyn Warner, girl. Marilyn spicy. She's nicey and spicy. That's
I'm
what.
the good spicy. I'm the good spicy.
No, she's a good. No, Marilyn is a good spicy, but yeah, because some people like spice.
Yeah.
Some people love spice. All right, let me share my screen. We're gonna go back. Some people love spice, and that Marilyn, honey, girl. All right, y'all. Let me bring it up. We're still in good time. What time is it? Oh, this is going to be so quick, hopefully. Because let me tell you something. If it doesn't cut good, it just doesn't cut good, y'all. I'm not even stressing myself out about it. Share screen. I thought, I removed the whole screen. That was silly. That was so silly. Share screen. All right. All right, y'all. All right. Let's bring our design in. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger because, all right, so we're going to import or upload design into, please tell me it's connected. That's another thing. Oh, it's connecting to the other Joy, the regular Joy. I don't want to connect. Okay, it's connected to the Joy too. Well, it's connected to both, I think, or it's going to connect to the regular Joy. All right, so we need to upload our file, right? I'm not going to do that one. But if I can upload, we're going to do upload image, and we're going to upload the one that we just did. I'm going to go to browse, Daisy, open. That's not the one I want. That was the wrong one, sorry. Upload, we called it something different. Upload crafty. And then where's the crafty? Crafty. Here it is, right here. Crafty Daisy. Crafty Daisy. All right, so here we go. Looks good. Let's select continue and upload. The one important thing, if this is your first time seeing this or first time trying this, the one thing that you want to make sure is that the size is correct. And on screen, on the canvas, it gives you, a rough estimate of what it's going to be. But you want to look at your panel, and then you'll be able to see the dimensions right here. And so these dimensions are correct. It's 4.147 by 4.531. That's a good size. Okay. It is 4.531 wide, isn't it? Let me see. Or high. Yep, it's perfect. Can y'all believe that? He came into Cricut perfectly. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we need to break this down, because if you're going to cut this out, remember this is 3 different layers. It's actually 4 layers. So if I expand this, we'll see 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. Okay, the green is for our vinyl or our Bling Anything. Okay, the other parts, that's for our rhinestone. But we need to separate these colors prior to cutting. All right, now look, Cricut got some little bling things over here. Okay, Cricut, that's cute. Being real cute. So we're going to ungroup this. So I'm going to right click, and I'm just going to select ungroup so that we can separate everything. All the colors need to be separated. Okay, so we have our green. That's going to be for our Bling Anything. This is going to be for our rhinestones. So we can go ahead. Let's try cutting our Bling Anything first. But what I do want to do is I'm going to create a bounding box around, or a weeding box around each of the parts. Okay, so let me just get here. I'm going to head over to the left. We're going to expand the shapes, and we're just going to make a little square around it. I'm going to change that square to a different color. Let's change it to this light purple, and we're just going to put it, we don't want it to touch the circles. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of go beyond the daisy, not too much, because remember, we got to be careful with the Cricut Joy. I think it's 4.5 inches wide, but I think it only does like 4.25 maybe, or 4.125. So you still, you don't get that full. It's just like with the regular Cricut mat, you don't get the full 12 inches. All right, we're going to send that to the back so we can kind of see it. And then I'm just going to bring this over just a little bit, not too much. but just a tad. All right, that looks good. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually make a copy of this for here. And then we're just going to select these two right here. I'm going to right click and then I'm going to attach it together. So that way we have it. Now, sometimes if you have, like, let's say if this was black, sometimes it'll turn the whole thing black. All you got to do is change the color so that you can see it. All right, we're going to reduce this too a little bit because we don't need so much. We don't need so much. All right, here we go. All right, and so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to select both of these and we're going to right click and we're going to attach. All right, so these are our two. These should be able to cut on the same mat. Okay, these two should be able to cut on the same mat. This little circle right here, we can put a little small, tiny box around it. Let's send it to the back. Now, do you have to do all of that? No, you don't, but I'm just going to make this a little bit smaller. Now, if you want, you can make this pistol, the center, like you can just cut it with this and make it the same color so that you don't have to have a small little circle like that. You don't have to do that. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing. Right click, and we're going to attach. Now see how that all turned black? I need to change that color to, let's change it to that purple, and now we have it purple so we can see it. All right. All right, I think I'm ready, y'all. So I'm not even going to worry about putting a weeding box around this. I'm not going to worry about it. All right, we're ready to go. So we're going to cut this first. So let's go to make. Let me grab the Bling Anything. I don't want to save the project. No save. Oh, I have it with the Joy. I got to go back. Cancel. So I need to switch it to the Joy 2. Now we might end up cutting with the Joy if this one doesn't act right, but we'll see. Marilyn's cutting already, y'all. Marilyn, what settings are you using?
I'm cutting the outside layer and I set it to 300.
To 300? Okay.
Hopefully I don't cut all the way through the back.
Yeah, I think you will.
What are you using?
I'm going to use on this one, I used 220 and that cut okay. Did I use 220? I got to see which one it is. I think it was 220 that I used and it cut it fine. So that's what I think I'm going to use, but we'll see.
So I found an old setting that I had put in there and I had it set at either 220 or 225 if you don't use the back. And I don't know why I went all the way to 300, but I did. So we'll see.
You know, I'm thinking that I don't want to use the back. You know, I like cutting with the backing on.
Yeah, I'm cutting backing on.
I love cutting. Like, I never want to not cut with the backing on, but that might be a thing today. We're gonna see. We'll see how this goes, y'all. Last night I was doing good. I had witnesses there. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing the screen for now. All right, let's add. All right, so we got the two Cricut Joys, and this is the Bling Anything. You have Bling Anything or HTV. This is from the Rhinestone world. They've been selling this for years and years and years and years and years. All right, let's hope I got enough, y'all. I don't even know if I cut this big enough. And so with the Bling Anything, you cut on the shiny side. One side is shiny, the other side is matte. And then the shiny side, like underneath, when you peel it, it has adhesive underneath, and that's where you stick it on. So you can.
Shoot, I gotta find mine.
Uh-huh.
I have to find mine, but I know where it is. Ellen says, "Well, I'm here to support you, but I am not buying a Cricut."
No worries. I had to get this for this color, but I also, deep down, I love my Cricuts, y'all. I do. I love them still. So,
I do too.
all right, so I'm going to cut this on the mat. Oh, that's what I wanted to show you guys. I'm sorry. I'm going to share my screen one more time. All right, so we're going to cut this on the mat, and I'm going to click confirm. So I created a custom setting in Cricut for the bling. Okay, so I'll show you guys that before we go here. Before I use the cardstock setting for the bling anything, and it cut it right through, like it cut it like it this like a sticker, cut it right through, right? So I may change this now to iron on vinyl and see. Let's see how that cuts, because that's what I used before for it. So I'll see how that cuts. But I also created a custom rhinestone flock setting, so I'm going to show you guys that. So when I go to browse all materials, this is where you will go ahead and set up your custom setting. Now we've done this before, but you know, I'll show you guys again just in case there's a lot of people who may be new to Cricut. So once I did that, I selected material settings there at the bottom. Once I click material settings, these are all of the settings that's preset with the Cricut Joy 2. So if I were using the Maker 2, Maker 4, 3, whatever Maker you have, or Explore, these settings would look different. Okay, like they will look different based on the material that you have. So these are the settings for your Cricut. Now I want to let you guys know you need to test some of your material out. Yesterday I spent a lot of time testing out the flock settings, but guess what? It ain't work for me today. So I don't know what's going to work right now. But these are the settings. So to add a material, here's the rhinestone flock material, and I have blue here because the rhinestone flock comes in several different colors. And I know sometimes you think flock is flock, but it's not. All right. Even if you get flock 1 month from a company, you get it the next month from a company, the flocks can be different. Uh-oh, what happened?
Only 3 flock dots came off.
Oh my goodness. That's a lot of pressure you use, 300.
I think they're cut. I think they're cut.
Probably cut. All right. So let's go back. Huh?
Yeah, they're cut. I still have quite a few in, but I had a ton that came out when I pressed it on my table. So yeah.
So Keisha said that on her Cricut Joy, Juliet, LaShonda, my Romeo has acted up quite a bit on me, especially when it was time for me to be cutting templates out. Oh my goodness. Okay, so faux suede. Keisha said that the faux suede setting works really good on. Oh, but that's 3 passes. I don't want to do 3 passes. That's a long time. Oh.
Plus, when I use multiple passes, it starts lifting it up. Then it sets them back on top, and then it's in the wrong place, and that's cutting through that again.
Yeah, I can't do that for 3 times. So with the faux setting, so if you guys look here, you guys will see, like, you know, when it says 2 times, that's the amount of passes that it does. So, you know, if you do 1 pass, that's just 1 time. But each, like when you do 2 passes or 3 passes or how many ever passes, that just, you know, adds more time to it. So it's kind of like when you're cutting wood, it'll, you know, the wood, sometimes you got to do like 12, 13 passes to cut like the little thin balsa wood. That's kind of what it does. Like it just does multiple passes. So I'll try that another. Oh, maybe the glitter cards. No, that's still 2 times. I just want to do 1 time. I can't take it. So that's how this is going to go. So if you want to add a material, let's say add new material. I may say I want to do rhinestone flock, right? Rhinestone flock. I'm going to put a 2 there, right? So I'm going to say save. Once you click save, you can adjust the pressure, right? So you can tell. So even if I set the pressure at 300 right now, guess what? I can always go back and change the pressure. Now, when I was using this for my Maker, which I haven't used the custom setting for the Maker in a long time, but this is how I set the pressure, and you can change it. I think I went all the way up to like 340 with the Maker for pressure. I'm not going to go with 340. I'm going to go with 220. It worked for me last night. 230 actually worked really good for me last night. Do I want to? I don't know, but it's stressing me out, this machine. So we're gonna go with 230. but I'm going to leave one pass. So if you do here, like you can change, you know, you can add multiple passes. I'm going to leave off. Off means one pass. And then you can also change, let's say, well, it's only the 5-point blade, I guess, for this, but you have a score. Like you can do a score. The machine came with a scoring tool too, like a scoring blade. So you can do that as well. So let's go with 230. But it's all about testing out your material. Every flock is different. Every machine is different. What works for one person may or may not work for somebody else. You just got to test it out. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to click save. I'm going to go with 230. Marilyn, do you think I should just stick with 220 or go with 230?
I'd go 230.
Look at Marilyn, always living on the edge. All right, let's go. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say that's good. We're done. We added our new material. I'm going to go back here to browse the materials again, and we're going to look for that rhinestone flock material. All right, here's the one that we just created. I'm going to go ahead and favorite that. Now, if we want to go back in and change that setting, you can. Okay, so if you see that that doesn't work and you just want to go back in and change it or delete it, you can. Okay. All right, so we're good there. I'm done. And here's that rhinestone flock too. So we're going to select that, and I'm going to stop sharing the screen. I'm going to leave the screen on. So now all we have to do now is get ready to cut. Here I'm going to change this to iron on, but we'll change that one. We need to change that because I'm not cutting with that setting. I hope the iron on worked. Did you cut your bling anything yet, Mare Bear?
Not yet.
Okay, so we're going to do iron on. Let's see if the iron on cuts. We're going to do everyday iron on. Done. All right, so this is what we'll do. I'm gonna make me a mirror. Oh, I just like got rid of Mare Bear. All right, so we're not using the Joy 1, even though she's on standby. Okay, so this is the new Joy. It comes in 2 different colors, but I don't even see this color on their website anymore. And we're cutting on the shiny side. Even though I'm kind of lifting right here. And once you push it in, it just automatically adjusts. I need a new mat, y'all. It's about to hit. I knew that was going to happen. So then it's just going to start cutting. All right, I see a cut, but it doesn't look like it cut all that. Let me grab my weeding tool. So the only thing that too, like with this, you have to get the, it's like it cut, but it cut it, but I want to cut it again. Let me unload. We're going to cut it one more time. I'm going to do another cut. And another thing, like I can't do another cut, like a cut right away. I can't. So I don't know if you guys can see it. Y'all can't. You see the cut? It's cut, but I don't think it's cut like deep enough for me. No, I want to cut it again.
So here's what happened to me on the first one. And it's what used to always happen to me on my maker. The cut is excellent. It's deep enough, it's not too deep. However, there's one teeny tiny little part of the circle that's not cut. So you're picking all those dots out because of that one teeny spot that didn't quite cut. So like some machines, I think a Graph Tech has an overcut where you can go slightly past the beginning. I wish it had that. Or like a silhouette, if you cut twice with a silhouette, it just goes around twice. It doesn't lift in between, so it's not lifting your circles out.
Yeah, that happened to me last night, and then something happened and it didn't happen. So I don't know if it has a thing with like if it's the pressure, maybe too much. I don't know. All right, we're gonna cut one more time, y'all, because that happened to me. and then all of a sudden, like you have those tabs, right? Those little tabs. Sorry if I missed anybody.
I like the color of that Cricut though.
Isn't the color so cute?
It is.
Sorry, I missed guys. Bobby said she had that problem too. She said that and banners is what swayed her to get the Juliet. Oh, it did. Child, it cut it, but it didn't cut in the same place. There's no recut. Like you can't, like with the maker or the where you can do a recut. There's no recut with this. Yeah, it's not enough. I'm gonna do another. I'm gonna do a cardstock. I think. Let me see how this peels off. Oh, this isn't gonna peel good. Well, it could be that my stuff is old. Well, I mean, I guess it's weeding. Some of the parts I had where I did that double cut is like not. I mean, it's weeding fine. It just wasn't lifting up how I wanted it to. But I'm still gonna cut it one more time, only because I see I have like 2 cuts there. Yeah. I wonder what cut was that good. It had to be like the second cut that I just did. See, one cut good and the other cut didn't cut good.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it's I'm telling you, it's been giving me like these little issues, but we're gonna leave that like that for now. I'm not gonna cut another because I already have like this one too. So I'm not gonna cut it again. But the one thing that I do like is that it didn't cut because that I didn't want it to cut the backing, like how this one. So when I use the cardstock setting, it cut the backing too.
Yes,
that's that. Yeah, I didn't like that, and I like that this didn't cut the backing. But I do think, well, this is a different file. But we're gonna see. I'm gonna see how it matches up if I need to recut it again. I don't know if y'all can really see it. Y'all see the shiny part. All right, so let's put. So I cut this into like a 4.5 little strip. We're just gonna put this just like this. I probably need to get my brayer, but I'm gonna use my little fist. Rachel, right now it only comes with this fine point blade, and it comes with the score, like a scoring blade. That's it. But you can't really, you can't adjust it. You can't really do much to it. It's pretty set. Like this, the Joy, the original Joy, like you can expose the blade. If y'all see like all that pink on there, that's from that flock, like the pink flock I used to cut with it. You can clean it, but here you can't really clean the blade. I guess that's for them, that means that what you have to buy their blade because the housing is done, right? And maybe I've been playing with the blade too much. Maybe that's what's causing it. But the blade is so far down, like you can't take it out. You can't. That's one of the things I'm not really crazy about with it. Oh, I meant to turn on the heat. You need to remind me to turn on the heat. Look, you didn't remind me. Kristen, you right there. What's going on with y'all? What is going on? I gotta turn it on. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. We're going to. You're done?
I'm done with my fabric.
Oh, good.
Yay!
The whole blade unit gotta get replaced. I don't like that. All right. All right, so let's get ready, and we're going to put this in. Let's see. Wish us luck, guys. Wish us luck. I'm doing 230 pressure. what we're doing tonight.
Oh, Kristen said you were turning it on earlier.
And I forgot, Kristen.
Okay, I gotta get some plastic mats to put these on.
Oh, maybe I should do more pressure. Maybe I should do. It's not giving me what I needed to give me, y'all. It's not giving me. Girl, I'm getting a little snack.
Alrighty. Okay, I'm done with cut number 2. So I have the outside done and I have the inside done. So let's see if the inside cut any better than the outside did. I mean, the cut was through enough. It just had areas on each circle where it didn't cut. So it didn't want to release. Well, let's see. And then I have one little piece left for my inside of the flower. Same issue. So this is all the flock dots that came out. We had about 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But they're cut. It's just one tiny part of every single flock dot that is stuck. So I'm just putting it on my table, rubbing this little brayer over it. Oh, and I got a ton of them out. Much better. Got some more out. And it's just going to be a matter of pulling each one out by hand. So I've pretty much done what I can do by rubbing it on the table.
I hope it's cutting, y'all. I hope it's cutting good. Denzel, I got my grapes.
Is Elba in here?
Huh?
Oh, some people are saying Elba. I didn't know she was in here.
She's here?
Really not.
She is.
I don't think so.
I didn't see her. I think she is. Hey, Nicole. I don't know. Let's see what happens, y'all. Let's see what happens. Let's see.
Oh, you must be eating strawberries. Rachel said send her some.
My grapes. I have grapes.
Oh, they're grapes.
They're huge grapes, y'all. They're huge.
Oh.
I love these grapes.
What kind are they?
There's regular green grapes, but like gold grapes. Let me show you how big it is. Come on, little screen. Look how big they are.
That is like a golf ball. You pop that whole thing in your mouth at one time?
No, I bite it.
Okay.
I get like 3 or 4 bites from it.
Winnie, when I'm using the brayer, I am not on the sticky side. I am pressing the sticky side down to my table, and then I'm pulling it off my table. So the brayer never touches the sticky side. But then what I have to do is I have to take my scraper and scrape the block dots off my table.
Oh, you know what you saw?
What?
Rachel? Y'all know that I have grapes and watermelon.
Oh, yeah, she saw that. That watermelon looks beautiful. You know how sometimes you get, well, I don't know, in Florida, you probably have them in season all year long.
No,
but sometimes around here, you get them in the winter, and the inside's just not that bright.
yeah, oh. They're not good like that.
Mm-mm.
I hope this is cutting, y'all. I hope it's cutting. Yeah, they are nice and crisp. Hey, Evie.
Hey,
Tammy
Evie.
She said that's an apple, Patrice.
It looks like it.
No.
Okay, gotta get one more piece cut out.
Let's see what Marilyn's doing over here. Oh, hey, girl. She's moving fast.
And then now I'm cutting the little inside of the flower. Yeah, and that was with a pressure of 300.
I need to get a new desk in here because this desk, you see how like it's blotchy? That's because I tried before. You see how like this? I tried before to, you know how we put the block on the desk and
yes.
The desk in the other craft room is perfect for it. This desk, no, it lifts up the paint.
Oh no.
So that doesn't work for me.
Kiani's asking how much longer does it have to go percentage wise?
So for me, it's only at 58%. That's great. Marilyn, you started cutting before me. But maybe the first joy is faster, maybe. I don't know. It's cute though, but I don't know.
Boy, I hear it honking down on it. I hear it when it goes to the top of it.
It better be cutting too. I can't tell, which it makes me think that it's not cutting. I said I was gonna have my Romeo out just in case, not Romeo, Juliet out just in case I need to use it. But I'll use the other joy. Now, I do feel like with this machine, like if you have an Explorer or Maker or any other cutter, this may not necessarily be necessary because those machines are portable too. You know, this only cuts like 4.5 or 4 1/4 inches wide, but it does do print and cut. There's other things that it can do, but my other cutters work really good. Exactly, Kiani. Exactly. It better be. But I don't even see that cut on here. I don't think it cut. Yo, I don't think it cut good. I don't think it. It didn't cut. Merely, it did not cut. If I should.
Oh no.
No. It didn't. I see holes, but
you can see them.
I can see them. Like I can see some of them, but not like how. That said it did good. Like so, my cut from last night that I was happy with. I cut this at 2:30. Okay. Oh, Brandy. No, Brandy asked a question in the group about creating a digital file for somebody who wants to possibly create. Brandy, what was your question in the group? Hold on, let me show this first real quick. So this was the cut. Let me make myself a little bit bigger now. This was the cut with the same settings. A 230 force, the same cut. That's not bad. That's a good cut. But right now it's at 230 and it's not cutting. Like it's cutting, but it's not. I don't know what that's about. But Brandy asked a question in the group and she said, hold on, Brandy girl. Let me see if I can find it. Come on.
Oh, she says, how much would you charge someone who wants a copy of the digital image you created for them?
Okay. What type of image is it? And then 2, like I talk about, I can see where it cut, but I can't. No. And my other issue is that you can't even send it back through. Like if I want to send it back through, I can't even just push it back in. That's what I don't like too.
No, that's not good.
Like you gotta, like let's say if you want to go back, you can't. The only option is to unload it. So Brandy, when somebody wants me to create a digital file for them and give it to them, I'm starting at $350. That's why because I don't have time to go back and forth with anybody and I don't want to negotiate my price and I'm not. But I literally start at $350, and especially if it's a rhinestone design because it does take a lot of time. I am very thorough with my rhinestone designs. Like I literally, even though I don't have to, I probably touch every single dot in a rhinestone template just because I'm checking to make sure that it's where it's supposed to be and how it's going to be. That's why when people are like, oh, it didn't cut right, girl, you gotta learn how to cut then. I cut them and I test them out. So if it's a rhinestone template, it's going to be even more than that, because once you give it to them, they're able to sell the digital file. And then you want to create, like, you know, if you own it or they own it, however, because you're going to be transferring it over to them, they got to pay for that. Now, if it's something small, okay. But that's why I don't do any customs, because people don't understand, because you got to understand people are going to come back to you. They're going to have a change. They're going to change this. And the worst people, not worst people, but the people who don't know what they want and they tell you, oh, you just do something, do what you do. And then when you do what you do, and then they're like, oh, can you do this? Can you change that? Can you do?
Yeah.
Well, I don't have time for that.
Not with rhinestones.
I'm about to push this back in. We're gonna see. Let's hope and pray that it cuts in the same place. Let's hope.
So when it's time to press my rhinestones to the Bling Anything, can you say again how you do it? Because I have the shiny side, which I assume is the carrier sheet.
No, the shiny side is it's the side that you're gonna press on.
Oh, okay. Oh, and then the dull side is just covering the sticky.
That's the carrier. Yeah, that's the carrier sheet.
Okay.
Yeah, anybody who's doing templates, like, you can know.
Okay.
For anything though, because remember,
yeah,
if somebody's asking you to make something for something that they're going to be selling, that's an investment for them. But people will expect you to lower your prices, give them something for nothing, where you spent all of your time doing something. They'll expect that from you, but then they'll go and turn it into making money for them, right? And it's something that they didn't do. So they're coming to you for your expertise, because you know how to do something that they don't know how to do. Because if they knew how to do it, then they would do it themselves, right? I don't ask anybody to make a rhinestone template for me.
Right.
Because you know why? Because I know how to do it myself. So if they don't know how to do it, guess what? That's your time. So you can charge per hour. You can charge however you want. You can charge a flat fee. And if you can say, you know what, make one change, you know, this price includes one change. But if, you know, you're coming back and forth, each additional change after that, that's X, Y, and Z. Because when people have changes, you may spend another hour, 2 hours, 3 hours going back and forth with them for changes.
Yeah.
That's time that you can't spend on your own self and your own business because you're doing something for them in their business, and then they don't want to pay you. Oh no.
Yeah. People don't understand that making really any design, but when you think about the enormous amount of time it takes to move all those stones around to make a custom rhinestone template, and they want to buy it for $30, whereas I can make a template that I can sell to the general public and of course exceed that $30 easily. They don't understand that.
No, they don't. They don't. And that stuff takes time. That's sometimes your own creativity, because a lot of times customers may not really know what they want and they may need some direction, and that's fine, but that's all stuff that you're giving of yourself.
Yes. You know, taken away from your own other business. Yeah.
So no.
Oh, so what colors are you going to use on this decal?
If I get it cut out, use Icy Crystal AB.
When you get it cut out. Okay, Icy Crystal AB for what part?
For the petals.
Okay.
And then for the outline and that little center part, I think I'm going to go with like brass. Maybe Icy Spleen.
That'd be pretty.
Yeah. But I mean, you totally do it. But you just have to put your boundaries, put everything out there, and then also create a contract. When you're doing something like this, especially when it's for business, create a contract so it's very clear who owns the digital file that was created. Okay, because sometimes people think, oh, I paid for it, or no, you paid for me to create something, but you don't necessarily own the rights to it. So you need to make sure that you're very clear that if you're going to give them the rights to the image, it's explicitly stated. Okay, you gotta, that it is a thing. It is a thing. Child, this better have, wow, this thing didn't cut. Definitely. Rashawn, I know nobody came to you with changes for those shoes you be making. Nobody, like, no. I know nobody came to you with that. I know nobody did. So with my complex layers. Keisha, so everybody has to test out their own settings. That's a good place to start. But the Cricut Joy Extra, the settings for certain material, like the cardstock setting, the medium cardstock setting, and this Cricut is different from the original Cricut, the Cricut Joy. It's different from the Maker. It's different from the Explorer. Like all of the machines have different preset settings for the same material. So it could work on yours and it may not work on somebody else's.
So for the freeze, we have to layer this on the transfer tape, correct? And press once.
Yeah, you don't have to lay. I'm not layering on the transfer tape. I'm just gonna press it a few times. I'm not even.
Okay. I'm gonna make a cone flower. There's purple cone flowers, so my petals are purple.
Oh.
Inside is smoked topaz. And then my outline is Labrador.
Let me make Marilyn bigger so we can see her. Oh, hey, Mir.
But hey.
Oh, I can't call you Mir. That's Shay Shay's name for you. Cute.
There they are. Outline Labrador. The petals, violet volcano. Going to be a purple cone flower, and then the inside smoked topaz.
Oh, it's gonna be cute.
Yeah.
Cute. And Marilyn's using purple flock. That flock came from the baby's booty. And I think she still has some in stock now. So she had restocked.
Thanks, Monique. Sabrina says, I also make family and friends pay in full before any custom work is done.
Oh, family and friends, girl.
Thanks, Keisha.
Listen, I always tell it. So people ask me to do something for them at the very last minute. Or they'll be like, oh, you know, I got such and such next week. And I'm like, I really think that people think that I'm sitting like this in my house waiting for them to call me to ask me to do something for them. I really think that people think that I'm just like this. Oh, I wish such and such would call me because I really want to do this for them.
I need something else to do.
I have nothing to do. I think they really do think that because they ask, like, and I'm like, no, I cannot. Like, I have time. Like, when do you need it? Oh, I just did it on Saturday. And what is it? It's Friday. Girl, it's definitely not getting done because I have my weekly Friday date with y'all, and it's very rare that I quit and I cancel our weekly date night. So, but they do. They think I think people really do think that I'm just sitting there waiting, like, oh yeah, please call me.
If you happen to have time.
Yeah. No, I don't have time. I don't. I don't. It's really weird, especially family and friends. They'll find all types of things for you to do. Now, my house is open. My family and friends could come here and learn from me any day they want to. Anytime they want to learn something, come learn it so I don't have to do it for you. That's what I prefer. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm.
I have a feeling that this didn't come in exactly at the right size,
Mm-hmm.
but I saw it said 4, so I went ahead anyway because the holes, the stones are going in okay, but they're not going in like they usually do.
Oh.
So, but they are going in. It's going to work.
Oh, it's lifting up a little bit, y'all. It's gonna work.
Yep.
Mine have been lifting up a little bit over here, so maybe we gotta cut. This cut might be better, or it might not be better. We'll see. So maybe that cut fine. Yeah. I'm gonna be picking out a little bit of dots, but
Brandy said, Mom is the #1 person who thinks she is my only customer.
oh no. And my mom is probably watching right now. My mom will have. I'm like, oh heck no, girl. She doesn't even ask me anymore because she'll come with some like, oh, you know, sister so and so has. No, I'll be like, I don't even want to hear it. I don't even want to. I told you, I don't even want to hear it. Don't even tell me. I always know when it's about to come. Or if somebody calls me,
walk out the door, Mom, before you even ask.
If somebody calls me, like my auntie called, I'm like, you had her call me, huh? It was you. Because she don't want me to fuss at her. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
And then they're probably all sweet when you answer the phone, just getting.
Yes. Especially my grandma. She be real sweet.
You can't turn your grandma down.
I can't turn her down. But she be like, Puff. So if y'all didn't know, my nickname from when I was a baby is Puffy, but they call me Puff. Like my family's to this day still when somebody calls me Patrice in the family, I'm looking at them like, who is that? Like, why are you calling me that?
What did I do wrong?
Yeah, so when I hear that from my auntie, when I hear that, Puff, I know something's coming. I know it. I know it's coming. Like, what do you want with me? Y'all, let's see what happens. That one cut faster.
I should have cut my tape a little bigger, but it's going to work. There we go.
Oh, I got to recut it. It cut. You know what? I'm not going to recut it. I'm just going to remove those stones. So it did a double cut, but it kind of like cut it too much, too good.
Mylene says she's been trying to get her sister and cousin to get a Cricut. They refuse because as long as she has one, they don't need one.
Exactly. That's how they feel. That's exactly.
Elena T says she has a friend named Puff also, nicknamed Puff also. Look at that. Brandy said her original one did great. She only had eight flock dots left behind.
For which one?
The original Cricut.
My original Cricut.
Original Joy.
Oh, I should have used the original Joy. I took it out just in case, but my original Joy, I used to use the cardstock setting with that one though. I thought I could use it with this one, like the medium, but it didn't. The settings are different. That extra cut that I did might not have been a good thing, but it's gonna work out. We're gonna make it work, y'all. We're gonna make it work. Now she has the vinyl, and then she comes over for you, child. I get a lot of people who say, "Oh, I have that. Can you show me how to do it?" I will definitely show you how to do it. Like, I have no problem showing anybody how to do it, how to do something.
So, Patrice, when you press the rhinestones on it, you do it 335 for 15 seconds?
No, I do regular.
Okay.
But do 335, because you know it's different material. It's like the Bling Anything is a.
And when you made it last night, did you do multiple presses?
No, I didn't make it last night. I was playing around with the machine, cutting the flock dots. I didn't make it last night. I just cut the template.
All right.
I kind of want to cut this one again, but we ain't got time for that. And cut it with the Joy.
Hey, Patricia. Cut flock with Cricut Joy. Missed the beginning so you can, yes. And I've used the Cricut Joy before to do it. Now, what I am finding is, like my maker, it's leaving one little tiny area that's not cut. So I have to really work to get the flock dots out. But it works. And Brandy only had 8 flock dots left. So hers is working great.
Brandy, did you do multiple passes? What settings did you use?
Oh.
On the original Joy.
Rondrea says she's had a sinus infection for a week along with a laryngitis. And then my sister just asked her to make them shirts for church.
Rondrea, that's the crazy part. Like, you could not even be feeling good and people still, you answer the phone. And they'll be like, "Oh, girl, what you doing?" Popping my lungs out.
Surviving.
Like, "Oh, you can still," and no. So what people have started doing with me, and which now it's a lot easier, so they'll call me. They won't ask me what I'm doing. They won't ask me if I'm busy. They just automatically start with what they need. They just automatically start. They don't ask like nothing. They just automatically start like, I know she got stuff to do, but let me shoot my shot.
I just want to get it in there fast, see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm hot. Uh-oh, it's stuck to the top.
It's stuck to the top?
Stuck to the top of
your heat press?
Press.
Oh, yeah. Lord, Carolyn.
The Teflon sheet.
Did it come down?
No. Yes. Come on. Come on. Oh. Okay. I guess I'll be putting parchment paper on top also.
Yes.
What did I do?
I don't know.
so confused. What is that? Oh, never mind. I have a brain fart. I think it said it was a cold peel, so I should have waited. Yes, cold
That's a hot peel. Is it cold peel?
Mine says, hopefully I'm using the right instructions.
I don't know. I thought it was a hot peel, but I haven't used it in a long time. I could be wrong. Don't.
Okay. Rhinestone decal material. Okay, here's what it could be. I bought some off of Etsy that wasn't truly Bling Anything.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's what this is, but it says press at 335 for 15 seconds with firm pressure. It does say flip and press the back for an additional 5 seconds, but I can do that when I'm done. This is a cold press process, meaning to peel the hot fix tape from the rhinestones after it cools.
Oh.
But nowhere on it does it say this is Bling Anything. I think it's the knockoff.
Oh.
Okay, come on. Come on. Work with me.
Brandy girl, I'm glad you had some success, child. You went to Maryland Decal.
Hopefully.
I'll be so busy tomorrow, Maryland.
What?
I'll be so busy tomorrow. It's gonna be good busy. Because guess what? Spring break is coming up, girl.
Oh, yes, 3 more days to spring break.
Yep, Friday, no, well, we have like teachers work day on Friday, but that's fine.
Kind of 2 more days till spring break.
Yeah. And then Thursday is early release.
Nice.
Tomorrow's our last full day until spring break. Our last full day before spring break. That's all good. All right. That second cut, remember I went over it a second time with that second cut? I just put it back in. Everything didn't line perfectly back up, but better than that material. Thank you, Miss Sharon Davenport. Brandy said that's like probably the second or third time she's using it. Like if you have other cutters, you know, for those of you who have the Joy, what do you use your small cutter for? Because this was at the school with me for a while, but I didn't really use it.
I've rarely used mine. Little things to label around the house with cute stuff more than just, you know, a label printer. When I bought mine, because it had this cool card mat, I thought maybe I'd start making cards. No, haven't made a single card on it.
That card mat, yes. Remember that specialized card mat they had where you could do 4 cards at once?
Yeah. Is that what it was? I can't really remember what was special about it, but you know.
I got one. But I like Maryland. I didn't make cards.
Hey, Marta.
Hey, Marta.
She said, hey, Patrice and Marilyn. I about said, hey, Patrice.
Like when I call you.
You guys, when she calls me, and she knows good and well who she's calling. Oh, hey there, Bear. Oh, hey, Bear Bear. Like she's surprised.
I can see her shaking her head through the phone at me. Like this just lost her mind. Like I'm surprised that I called. Like I'm surprised that I'm on the phone with you. That's I'm like, oh hey Bear Bear.
Oh, so you're who I rang up.
Like, yeah, Siri just called you. I don't know what Siri.
Did you get my text the other night? Somehow I opened my phone and I accidentally called 2 people. And I don't know what I did or how I did it, but you were one of them. So I hung up real quick and texted you. And I'm sure I hope you were asleep. You probably weren't asleep.
Yeah, but I didn't see the call until that morning. And when I saw it, I was like, you better not text her this early.
Well, I'm glad you didn't see it. I'm glad I didn't wake you up.
Girl, it's fine. It's fine. You know I don't sleep that hard.
Oh, I know.
I'll be up. Up. Honey, Miss Gail and them were up late last night.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't watch, but I did have it on because I knew I had to get up super early this morning, and I went to sleep super late.
I would say the only reason they were up super late is because you were up super late.
Yeah. I was like, let me try to get a little bit of sleep. But I didn't get much.
Oh, Mylene says she has a lot of the cards on the mat for Joy, but they don't fit the Joy Extra.
Oh.
Patrice, you think I've been large long enough?
Oh, you're still large. Why are you so large? Please.
Why am I so large?
Why?
Because you left me that way.
Why did you guys do that to Marilyn? Marilyn, I'm telling you. I don't know.
Lisa said, how late were they up? She was on with them. She was on with them earlier. She said she had to say goodbye at midnight.
Oh, she was on live with them.
Yes.
There was 4 of them on live last night.
Yep.
Girl. Y'all were hanging out. I'm going to call that Club Miss Gail. Y'all shutting YouTube down. People go to the club and they're like the last ones, or go to the bar, they're the last ones at the bar. Y'all the last ones at the tube. Shutting it down.
You said something about she texted you. Wait, what did it say?
Me?
Marilyn, I tried to text Patrice to tell her about 5 minutes ago.
Oh.
But I don't know. I must have missed that. To tell her what, Eve?
Hold on, I'm checking my phone now.
Oh, I know. She was probably texting you to tell you that I was still large.
Oh.
She was trying to watch out for me.
Evie. Evie.
That's funny.
D. Smith said we were there late. Miss Emily, it was like it was past 2:00 in the morning. Cause that's when I kind of got a little comfortable. I had them on and I just turned that volume down because I had to go to sleep, but I let it play. I didn't turn it all the way down, but I let it play. And I fell asleep, and when I woke back up, they were done. I should have just put it on the TV, but sometimes the TV light is just too much.
Yeah.
For me. So I could deal with a little bit, especially if I turn my back. I'm good. Girl.
Patrice, I grew that grass, and I just finished the video. I don't remember if it was Thursday or what day I finished it, and I had just cut it that day down real short. It is now super tall again. It's like once that grass gets established, it grows like crazy.
It grows.
Yes.
So what are you going to do with the baskets?
Well, I made them into Easter baskets, but that's a long time for me to keep watering and cutting and watering and cutting. But I'm going to see my great niece for the first time in a long time. Not this coming weekend, but the next weekend. Mm-hmm. So I think I'll take one down for her, one down for her mom.
Oh, that's sweet. You're gonna put. Oh, that's sweet. I like that.
Her mom is my brother's daughter.
Okay. That's gonna be nice. Are you gonna put anything in there, or are you just gonna give her that with what?
Candy.
Some candy.
And then I have a few things for her, for the great niece, Remy.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna make something else for her tomorrow or the next day. I'm gonna do a video on it.
Cute. And you're gonna give the basket with something cute.
Yep.
And candy.
I have so much stuff to send home with them for my niece and her daughter,
Mm-hmm.
as well as my nephew. He has 3 kids, so I have 2 great nephews and another great niece from him. And I make them stuff and then I never send it.
Mm-hmm.
So I have all this stuff to send home with her because she's driving.
Oh. Wait, your great niece is driving.
My niece is driving.
Your niece is driving. Okay.
Yes.
Oh.
From Wyoming.
How far is Wyoming from you?
So they're just over the North Colorado border. And so, I don't know, it might be 11 hours or so to get to their house, Cheyenne.
Okay.
Where they live. They used to live in Rawlins, and that was further. Haha. Chia Pets were my fave as a teen. Same concept. That's funny.
Fern, did you leave out? Did you make it home? Because I know in Rachel's live, I think she was saying that her flight was delayed.
Yeah, she was in the airport, but they drove home the night before, 2 nights before, I thought. I don't know. That Fern's on the go.
Fern's a busy lady. Fern is busy. Yes. All right, y'all. Let me get ready to brush this in, because honey, I'm gonna have to do it.
Probably beat me because I didn't make sure it was the right size before cutting it, so they're a little small.
What? Really? You didn't check?
I kind of checked and I saw that it said 4 inches and something, so I just went for it. And I don't think it was the right size. I think it was just a little too small.
Uh-oh.
But it's all good. It's still working.
And I think I overcut, but it's fine. Miss Sharon Davenport, you have the Cricut Joy and you never took out the box? Back to the store, but it's probably too late.
Oh no, she left her Stanley Labubu cup on the lift. I assume her ride. Aww.
All right, y'all. Should I go with icy steam?
That'd be pretty.
What we do is do icy steam and a little bit of mocha. Girl, where's icy steam, Mary Bear?
Night, Bobby. It's buried down under those millions of stones that you have.
I know. Yeah, you're right about that. Okay, icy steam. I think I got enough for that. Icy crystal AB, and we're gonna do where's icy mocha? Mocha chocolate. Okay, here we go. Good. We got our 3 colors. Let's get to go and let me add to the stage.
I don't think I've used icy mocha.
You haven't used icy mocha. Is very
I bet it's gorgeous.
It is. Evie, you going to bed? Good night, Evie. Good night, Evie.
I think she's just saying good night to Bobby. I think Bobby's going to bed.
Oh, good night, Bobby. right. All right. So I cut a hole in it, but who cares? So the petals, I'm going to do Icy Crystal AB, which I love Icy Crystal AB. Okay, let's see. My holes look a little bit off
You
too.
in the chat, we have a block party where 8 of us are making 8 different types of blocks, quilt blocks, and that's on March 28th.
That's a Saturday.
Yep. 2 o'clock Central, I believe, is when it starts. And should be a lot of fun. I think I might test mine out this weekend.
You test it out. I started making one, and don't judge me. You know I don't even know how to make one online, but you know I got to make my own thing. So I started making one. I was like, what the heck did you get yourself into? Like, girl, I hate geometry.
Funny, what the heck did you get yourself into? And it was our idea.
Exactly. Like, I don't even like geometry. Like, it's a lot of math involved in crafting. I don't know if y'all knew that or not, but it's a lot of.
Are you designing your own block, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh.
Marilyn, you know how I am.
Yeah.
You know. And then I'm like, you know what? Creative Fabrica, what you got for me? What do you have for me? Because sometimes ideas seem good until it's time to execute. And it's like, girl, what were you thinking?
Miss Precious says, I have been here 27 months, I think. Wow.
Hey, Miss Precious. Thank you for being here, girl. Kristen, you know your homegirl over here, Kristen. You know me.
Yeah.
The good thing about y'all, like, that could be me. Y'all already know what's gonna be coming next, so it's all good.
So the Creative Armoire, if you're on a computer, you should have a $sign under the chat. And since you're a member, if you click on that $sign, there might be a free, what's it called?
A milestone chat?
A milestone chat. You might have a free milestone chat that you could click on, and it'll say how many months you've been a member.
And they let all, like, the members can do it once a month to say, you know, hey, girl, I've been supporting you for 1,000 months.
I think I'm at 51 or 52 months. Let me see. Let me see.
I've had this thing for a long time, y'all.
Or I might have already used up mine. Yeah, I think I used my free milestone chat within the last couple weeks.
That's okay.
So, what are we gonna do? We're gonna buy 5 memberships. Woo!
Oh, Marilyn.
Okay, Diamond Pack. Four corners. I haven't seen you forever. 4 corners.
Oh wait, I didn't see 4 corners. Wait a minute.
Where's my bell? There it is. Yay!
Marilyn has given 5. Marilyn, really, girl?
Uplifted Land.
Evie has been a member for 3 months.
Woo!
We love you, Evie. Porgy Town is like my hometown girl. That's my Miami girl. Porgy's been here for 32 months.
Yay!
We're definitely close. 48 months. Thank you.
Miss Precious is Shakita. She helped me with when I got my embroidery machine, and some of you guys were like taunting me.
What's her name?
Some of you were were taunting me. I think she was helping me.
And she changed her name.
Yes.
Miss Ruth, thank you, Miss Ruth, for being a member for 48 months. Not $1,000 for those.
Woo! And Eve gifted some memberships. Let's see. Diane Luckfeld.
Kevin, thank you for being a member for 42 months. Thanks, y'all. Thank you.
Congratulations, everybody that got those.
What they got?
Well, you got a bunch of people with their milestone, but then you have like, I don't know, 10 new members from membership.
I know. Thanks, y'all, so much.
Eve, thank you.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you.
Yes, and if you sew, if you're members and you sew of my channel or Patrice's channel or Shay Shay's channel, we're going to make a rug. We're going to make a rug in April. April. Let me see.
It's one of the jelly roll rugs.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys didn't see it, you guys got to check out Shay Shay's channel. It's super cute.
Yes, April.
On her Instagram, too, she shows it.
Yeah, Patrice and I both saw that. We were talking about how cute it was. It's like, let's do a Zoom.
I'm not going to know what I'm doing. But...
Well, you don't have to know. She's going to teach us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're welcome, Creative Armoire. She said, I had no idea. I've been a member for 32 months.
Tim, you've been here for a long time.
April 18th. Oh, unbiased. That's okay. That is okay. You announced the block party.
What did Rachel say?
She said, oh, she was sorry she forgot to announce that one when she was live earlier, but she did. She announced the block party.
Rachel is okay. That's fine. See, I could just use this. Listen, Icy Steen. Oh my goodness. I know y'all can't really see the Icy Steen right now, but y'all, Icy Steen is so pretty. I hope it looks good with that Icy Crystal AB.
I'll bet I will.
Have you used the Icy Steen, Mare Bear?
I have when I first got them, and I don't remember exactly what on, but yes, they were so pretty.
Like the color is very close to like a brass.
Yes.
Like a
brass on steroids.
Yeah, like a daintier kind of bougie brass.
Bougie brass. Okay, I'm wondering if these petals have to be in a certain direction.
Maybe. It may have to, yeah. I should have told you to put a thing at the top. Even if she's down for a jelly roll rug.
Yay.
Down for a jelly roll rug.
There's only 6 ways it can go, so it's not that big of a deal. But I think I'm going to
turn it
into.
I got Evie's text about you being still big.
She was trying to save you from getting heart death.
Hey, Mama Vi. I didn't even see you earlier, Mama Vi. Miss Sharon Davenport says she's had the Joy for over 5 years and never took it out of the box.
Oh my goodness, Sharon. Get it out the box.
But think about it. Like, if you have those other colors, do you really need the Joy?
No.
Like, do you really need it? Like, did I really need this teal Joy? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did.
But really?
It was calling your name when you were walking around Michael's.
It was. But now I'm underwhelmed. My Joy, my original Joy, I didn't have drama with that one. It cut it just fine.
Okay, I think I found which way those go. There we go. Now, let's get this other half.
Right. All right, I'm almost done, y'all. Ooh, this has been so good today.
Mm-hmm.
Glad I hung out with you today. I just need a few right here. I could probably gameplay season, but and this is icy mocha. I kind of feel like this next to the scene is going to be really pretty, but
Mm-hmm.
not that much.
Okay, there we go.
I'm going to see how this is going to look. Now my Leo one, I did sublimation, and then that lasted on the back of my car for a long time, for like 2 or 3 years. It did not disappoint me.
The one that I have on my Jeep, it's just a, it's a vinyl, but it was, I can't remember the name of the company, but really, really, really nice, beautiful metallic-y vinyl.
Mm-hmm.
It still looks perfect.
It was in tech wrap, was it?
What?
It was in tech wrap, right?
I think it might have been.
Tech wrap.
I
Their
think so.
vinyl was really nice.
Yeah. Diane says she has a new sewing machine that she hasn't used in over 5 years. Diane! Diane, you gonna make a jelly roll, Rod?
Who does?
Diane.
Mm-hmm. It's usually a want. For me, it's usually a want. The amount of yeah. I'm gonna get a Cricut. I'm gonna get the Cricut whether they give it to me or I have to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm gonna. Don't ask me why. And plus, that's a part of like what we do, as far as like doing content and just showing you guys how to use the machines and things like that. Because as much as a lot of us have steered away from Cricut, there's still a lot of people who still use Cricuts, and they're still
Me.
coming into the market, like new people trying to learn it and stuff like that. So that's just a part of it. Y'all, child, let's see how this is gonna go. Let me grab me a piece of parchment paper. Woo. And I am not cutting. I'm just letting you know I'm not cutting that Bling Anything again tonight. It's gonna have to work on whatever I have it on right now. That's it.
I just cut mine down and then cut around. I ended up not even using a machine.
Oh, here's mine right here. I know y'all can't really see it. I can see it. I need to tape it down though, because I can't even place it on there good. Because it's curling up on me. It's curling up. I'm going to tape it on the table because I didn't lift up off this part. No, it didn't lift up off the parchment paper yet.
Shay Shay wants to know if it comes in pink. No, Shay Shay, it doesn't.
And Mama Bite, yes, more and more. More and more. All right.
Retired crafter. I don't have the Maker 3, but I love my Maker.
I like my Maker.
Oh, this is pretty. Pretty.
Right. The right. I can't even tell y'all. To be honest, I can't tell if I'm on here or not. It looks like I am.
So Diane, do you know how to sew? You just didn't get the new machine out, or did you buy it to learn how to sew? What's the history there? Why can't I pick up these stones with this transfer tape?
All right, let's see how this is gonna go, child. I'm gonna put it just like this. We're gonna lift it up. I think I just moved some stones, but it's fine. It's fine. Let's go and press. Oh, I need more pressure. Oh, that was not enough pressure. I could feel it. What part are you on, Mary Bear? You're just layering?
The center.
Oh, you're done.
I'm almost done.
So these decals, like, you can put on your car, you can go in the sun, you can put it on. Let's see if I did this right. I remember that one time when I first did it, I did not do it right, y'all. Let's see if I did it right this time. Okay, I might have. All right. Oh, that looks so pretty. Just, y'all, that looks cute.
Mm-hmm. Geneva says she thinks it does come in pink.
It does? Like a coral color, Geneva, Miss Geneva? Is it? Because on their website, I don't even see this teal anymore.
Hmm.
All right, so let's see, we have our. We're gonna put the center in. Now I gotta figure out like which way to put the center in, like Marilyn had to do. And hopefully. Not it. That's how did I do it? That is it. Looks like that's it. No, maybe not. Nope, that's not it either. This will be it. That. Child, like figuring out which, like where the petals go.
I cut mine in two, so I had to find where the three fit, and then the other half just automatically went across from it.
That petal, these petals are gonna go right here, just like this.
Oh yeah, that looks like it fits great.
If it doesn't, Marilyn, it's fine. We'll make it fit. You guys didn't know you can make your bling fit. If it doesn't look like it's fitting for you, you can force it to fit. That's what I'm doing right now, forcing a fit. So I already put it down. We're just gonna force this thing to fit.
Really? Mama Vi said if you're nearby to an Ollie's, they have bolts of fabric for $14.99 and $19.99. Some of it was very pretty.
Ollie's.
I might have to run to Ollie's tomorrow. Not like I need any more fabric now, but you know.
You have Ollie's near you, Mary Bear?
Yep, about 15 minutes away. 25 minutes away. About 15 miles. It's only been there for maybe, I don't know,
You don't have it.
9 months or so. You don't have Ollie's?
Mm-hmm.
No one said her Ollie's didn't have anything. And Kristen said not my Ollie's. Kristen's saying the Leo symbol would have been much easier.
Kristen, you reading my mind, girl. Kristen, you must have been in my brain just now. You must have been just now, girl. You know me.
Patrice, you know you weren't going to make any simple Leo symbol.
Huh?
You know you weren't going to make a simple Leo symbol. It's going to have fill and all kinds of stuff.
Marilyn, one day I'm gonna surprise you and everybody else. I'll put my hair and we're gonna do a bling design and it's gonna just be an edge fill and out.
One little line.
That's it. And y'all gonna be like, something's wrong with Patrice. Right?
She's lost it.
She's lost it. What happened at work? That's what y'all gonna be like. What happened at work? Because this is just not normal.
Oh my gosh, that would be so funny if you came on a live some night and you get on acting like you're all pumped about this design and you keep a straight face and you go in and you just do an edge fill. Mm-hmm. I love it.
My petals aren't in the right place, guys, but it's fine. It's fine. It's all good. Y'all really be like, something's wrong with her. Miss Sharon Davenport will be like,
You'd have to try to keep a straight face, pulling off the brink.
Yeah, no. That wouldn't be good. That wouldn't be good. But I am going to do it one night. Just do an edge fill.
Oh, wow. Sandra said Ollie's had a Joann's buyout.
Oh.
Where the fabric would have come from.
Now you can press this on a shirt, y'all, too, but I have to pay more attention to how my petals went, but it's fine.
It could be a cute little left chest design. So I don't think she means put it on this, then put it on a shirt. She just means you could use this design for a shirt.
Yeah.
Thanks, see.
Let's see, Marilyn, you done?
Yep. Kristen said, blink twice, Patrice. Let us know you're okay.
Let's see, Marilyn.
Okay. I don't want you looking at my nails. They're fine. They're fine. Except for this one that I got caught in the car door. It looks terrible all the time. Yeah.
Marilyn, you actually found exactly how it was supposed to go. So awesome, Mary Bear. So awesome.
I think maybe a different color for the outline would have stood out a little better, but it's cute.
And
Hey,
what colors did you use again?
Labrador for the outline, Violet Volcano for the insides of the petals, and then Smoke Topaz for the very middle of the flower. If this went on something dark, though,
pretty.
if it goes on something dark, that Labrador will show up.
So pretty.
Thank you.
I love it. I need to, hold on, let me make myself bigger too. Hey, go again. I was going to try to put it on something to show it sticking. So it's clear, you know, when it peels, it's like transparent. But what do I want to put it on, Marilyn?
I know, I was looking around for something too. Let's see. Got my X tool over here to put it on. I have one already on one end of the Romeo. You know how the Romeo has the big round thing at the end? So I have a heart on the end of one end.
I don't know. I was looking to see if I have like a. Oh, hold on. Let me see how we cut.
Bring my big old Romeo over there. We're going to put it on the end of the Romeo. I should have made room for the Romeo before I walked over here.
Now I probably shouldn't put it on this cup, but I can always make me another one. So this was one of the bling box designs that we did one time. The cut.
Yeah.
I did my little name on it. I'm gonna put it on here. I feel like some of my rhinestones might have kind of like shrank or something. I think that's why they like to do the layer, so you don't press it so many times.
Yeah.
I think that's why. Put this on. Now, this is one of my very first projects ever for Bling. Was using Bling Anything, and I made a decal with P on it. Oh, Marilyn, I see self love era sticker over there.
Yes. Yes.
Girl.
Yep. So I have on my Romeo, this thing is so big. Oh my goodness, it's huge.
Humongous.
It's humongous. So I have my self-love sticker there. And then I have something I got from Eve. Hey, getaway last year. A little heart on that end. So we're going to put it on this end.
I'm cleaning up this little area where I'm going to put this flower. Oh, first that her son has been sleeping in her bed while she's been away. Burn. Hey, Sandra. Is Rachel still here? I heard Rachel ask about Miss Janita Blue Lotus in her live. I haven't seen her in a while.
I have not either. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
So, who is talking about it? Kristen, Diane, and Sandra. Something about some sheets of something. Was that it, Ollie's also?
Sheets of something?
Like Caesar or something? I don't know. I don't know what they're talking about. Oh, that's cute.
Let me see.
Rachel said she'll try to get a hold of her.
Okay,
Patrice. Look.
Oh, how you got to make another one for the other side.
I have a heart on the other side.
Oh, I see it.
And then my self-love era.
You better be in your self-love era. Yes, Mirror Bear.
Oh, that's a big boy.
Very big.
Kristen, Caesar Easy Weed, was it at Ollie's?
So sure. I'm putting mine on this little cup that I did. Let me show you guys really quick. I put mine on. So I put it on this cup. Now, I didn't line my petals up really good, but it's fine. I didn't line them up good, but it's okay. I'm going to still drink out of my cup with it. It's extra. I have a sunflower.
Oh, cute.
What I can say is, it's like, this is cute. Like, it's cute. You can do a decal. You can put it on your car. But nothing really beats, like, when you're doing something like this, nothing really beats a little, like, flat back stones on something like this. Because with the flat back stones, you can get, like, a lot closer than what you can do when you have to cut your flower. So, super cute. I'm going to have to add some more bling on here. Like, maybe add something else right here underneath the name, you know, to balance it out.
Cute. Yeah, cute to have a bunch of different things all over it.
Yeah, a little blinky cup.
Cute.
Little mixture. All right, guys.
So tell us about that template on your shirt. Is that in your shop?
It's in my shop. I also finished the one, so I have this. This has been her. I use magenta and icy crimson for the bottom with icy crystal AB, and then I have one that says still her, but I think I'm just gonna add the still her to this thing. So you get two. You get either been her or still her and still her, but it's basically just instead of been it says still. So I don't feel like I don't feel right about like just selling it separate because that still didn't take me any time to do that. So
It's
yeah.
really cute. I like the magenta and that icy crimson together like that. So is it ombre or is there a sharp cut or what is it?
It's ombre. You can't even tell with the color like this.
No, those are so pretty together.
See, you can't really even tell that it's, because it's so smooth.
Yeah.
Like, I love it.
And then icy crystal?
Mhm.
Icy crystal AB or icy crystal?
Icy crystal AB for the outline in the word bend. But with the file, if you wanted to do like a different color for the word bend or still, you don't have to cut it out together. Like it's separate.
Mm.
But I cut it out together because you know how when you have like a text up here and the first thing you're layering is this part. Sometimes people put it a little bit too high.
Yeah.
So it is too high. So I would just recommend cutting it together. But you may want a different color. So yeah, Kristen, we did it last night on Facebook. Yeah, I'm sorry. Huh?
I'm gonna have to use those colors soon.
Oh, it's super pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did the sunflower by hand, and then also Patrice by hand too. Because what font did I use for this? I can't even remember what font I used for this. But I used all by hand, and these are like different size. I don't know if you guys can kind of see like it goes from bigger to like smaller stones depending on the thing. We did that in the for a bling box. That was like a bling box project. All right, guys. We got any more questions, maybe?
Nope. Hey, Deborah. No more questions from me.
Okay. Oh, look, Fern said she left New Jersey. It was cold. Now it's hot. Like Maryland. Oh, why am I so big? Oh, hey, girl.
Hey.
Over there enjoying herself being off screen.
When you were talking about, how sometimes people get a little too high, I was like, nope, mine's fine. I have done that before, either a little too high or a little too low.
I'm guilty. Sometimes I've gone a lot too low and a lot too high. So it does happen.
Yep.
It does. All right, guys. Is there anything else? Are we all good? Thanks for being so kind in this chat. Please remember to keep our crafty friends in your prayer. Definitely say a prayer for Elba, especially now during this time. Pray for her strength. If you see her on live, like she did leave a post on in my Facebook group, definitely just send her some love, some encouraging words. That means a lot. Continue to keep everybody else in your prayers who have also lost loved ones this year, last year. Mama Vi is really recent. She lost her husband, and also Renee lost her dad. So please be sure to keep them in your prayers. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. I thought this was going to be a short live. I'm like, Marilyn, we're not even going to be on here for long because, girl, I'm tired and I need some rest. And look at us, 3 hours later.
When I hear you say that, it just goes in one out, in one ear and out the other. It's like, we'll be on here a while. We'll be on here a while.
Marilyn doesn't take anything I say serious. Marilyn, that's a shame.
Oh, that's not true. A lot of things I take very seriously, you say.
No, but when I say
very helpful.
But you know what I mean, Marilyn.
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean. Take a hot mess. Elena, girl, it was so good to see you.
Yes.
Thank you for being here. Thank you guys so much. Now, I shouldn't have ate that last piece of watermelon just yet. So remember to be kind. It doesn't take much. People are going through a lot of different things in their everyday lives all the time, and we just don't know. A lot of people hold things in and they don't necessarily share what they're going through. So, what you see all the time, you may see somebody who's hustling and bustling and looks like they're doing good. You just never know. Some people are out here really faking it until they make it, right? So, please remember to continue. Because I don't even think I have to tell you guys to remember, because honestly, y'all are the sweetest, kindest people. You're the reason why I still come on here every Tuesday and Friday, because you guys are so welcoming, so kind, so encouraging, motivating, and super inspiring. Super inspiring. So I love you guys so much. Marilyn, do you have anything left to share?
No, just I'll see you all Thursday evening.
We'll see Marilyn on Thursday. Do you know what you're doing on Thursday?
Nope, but I'm going to know pretty soon because I have to get my thumbnail up.
I can't. I cannot. So we'll see Marilyn on Thursday. What'd you say, Mare Bear?
Diane said she's still adjusting to life without her mom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Listen, I don't know how everything works, but somehow we all found each other here. And like I said earlier, this crafting community has become a support system for so many of us. For so many of us. I love when I see like you guys interacting offline. Like you guys are helping each other cope through crafting and cope through life. Right? Sometimes it's easier to open up to people that you may not necessarily know, and you start to know each other, because guess what? You get a fresh slate. You get a fresh start with people. So I love you guys. I love you guys for giving each other a chance. And it's scary. It's scary getting to know new people. I be scared all the time knowing new people. Super scared. Y'all know I watch too much true crime. Okay? But you guys, Marilyn always spit her water out.
Okay, I got it swallowed. Put one of those grapes in your mouth, Patrice. Let's see what I say.
But you guys know, right? So it's hard sometimes, but you guys give each other a chance. You give us a chance. You give us a chance. And when I tell you guys, like, I know that I'm loved. I know that I'm loved by my family. I know that. Some people don't know that. Some people don't feel that. But the one thing also that I know that some of you guys genuinely love and care about me. I can feel it through these airwaves. I can feel it when we're in a Zoom. I can feel it. So thank you. Marilyn, I know you love me because I'm your twin sister. And I love you so much, Mare Bear.
We love you too.
All right, y'all. Until next time, y'all. Later.
Bye.
And I think I'll see y'all on Friday, maybe.
What do you mean, maybe?